Hello, hello. My name is Ashlee and welcome to my channel. Today, we are celebrating Zohran's win of the NYC mayoral election. I am so excited. This has honestly been such an amazing day. Yesterday was an amazing day, and I am so happy. I don't think I've been happier. I haven't been this happy in a very long time. So, very excited for this stream. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications and all the things to help me grow my channel. Comments really help in the algorithm. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's get into it today. Today, I am so excited. And I brought some bubbles, and we're going to blow some bubbles because we're so excited. I got these for a silly reason, but, I'm not very good at it. Yay, Zohran Won. Okay. I bought these bubbles because I saw this girl online that was like, make your life more whimsical. So now I blow these bubbles anytime I finish doing a task to try to get myself to concentrate. Anyway, hello. So I am very excited for today's stream. I am so excited to talk about Zohran and his win, and we are going to react to his full speech because his speech was iconic, amazing, wonderful, and I loved it so much. And then we are going to listen to Cuomo's speech. We're going to listen to some of the reactions from Fox News, some of the COPE, some of the election results, and then some of the meltdowns on Twitter and TikTok and all the things. So I am very excited to just have some fun tonight and talk about basically Zohran. So I'm very excited. So let's start off with his I have Twitter up. I had to look up Twitter stuff before this. Let's watch his speech first because his speech was iconic. And we're gonna listen to it. And I will say before we watch this speech, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I think towards the end of his campaign, I feel like there were areas where he toned down his rhetoric just a bit on things, or he just toned down some of what he thought on things. And I think he did that on purpose because he was getting a lot of national attention. But I still loved him and I still thought he was great because he still he still fought for the working class and still used that language. He just, when he went on like MSNBC or CNN, he kind of had to tone it down a little bit. But this speech, he came out swinging, and that's what I love most about it because he was like, this is who I am, and I'm here to actually change things. And I know people are skeptical, but like, I'm here and I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to back down from what I believe. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I was getting very emotional last night listening to it. So I'm very excited. So let's listen to it. It's iconic. And, it's historical. Honestly, it's historical. This man started at 1%. He started at 1%. Living in Missouri, okay, I'm going on so many tangents. I apologize. This is my last little tangent, but living in Missouri, when I first got into politics I've always been into politics, but when I first got into actually canvassing and volunteering and activism and stuff like that, I door knocked for a Democrat in the county where I used to live. And living in a red state and going door to door and having to talk to people is very humbling when you're trying to get people to vote for this Democrat, right? And it's a very humbling experience, and it's not always fun, but it's and so I know what it's like to sit there and try to door knock, not of course on Zohran's level, but door knock and do all these things, and then feel so disappointed because the person you really wanted to win or you worked so hard to win did not win. And like, just to see him create such a movement and such a base and take going from 1% and then getting to this point is such a huge feat. It's such a huge feat, and it's so incredible. And I really think that we should acknowledge that, because going from 1% to literally winning, being the Democratic nominee, and he is like the more progressive leftist, like democratic socialist flank, is honestly incredible. And I just think I think it's incredible, and I'm just in awe of him. But yes, let's watch this. All that to say, let's watch this speech. All right. Okay. I'm very excited.
Mamdani, there he is on the stage to an electrified crowd at Brooklyn headquarters. History made tonight.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Oh my God.
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity.
Okay, this is what I mean when he just comes out swinging. Like, he uses a Eugene Debs quote, and he is like, I love this speech so much because he does not hold back. And there are people, and we're going to watch reactions to it, but there are people like Van Jones who are like, wow, this speech is like so scary. Because he's not backing down, because he's not becoming more moderate. He's not toning down his message. He's like, I am elected. He's like, now that I am elected, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. And like, whether you like me or not, I'm going to make it better for you. And I think it's amazing. And God, I just love this speech. I can't say enough. But yes, let's continue watching it.
For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it.
Yes.
The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty.
Yes! 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 Oh my God. It's just so, like, I love his face. He's smiling. And it's just, like, he should be proud. He should be so proud of himself because, well, and everybody else, everybody in New York, everyone who volunteered, all of the people behind his campaign, like, they should be so proud right now because they did. They fought, they literally won against both establishments. They won against multi-million-dollar campaigns against them. They won in spite of all of that, all of the Islamophobic attacks on him, everything, literally everything. And it's just, it's incredible. It's incredible. He got the majority in a three-way race. It's clear it's a mandate. Exactly. And a lot of, well, we're going to watch the crouch out, but a lot of people are mad. They're like, Sliwa, you would have dropped out. Why didn't you drop out? You're so selfish. But even if Curtis Sliwa dropped out, he literally still would have won. He still would have won. So, I mean, hey, they want to get upset. Everyone's coping and seething. Everyone's upset. And All I can say, it's been a great day. It's been a great day. It's been a wonderful day. I have been smiling all day long. It's been wonderful. All right.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name.
Yeah!
As we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few.
Hell yeah.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change.
Yes. Yes.
A mandate for a new kind of politics.
Yes.
A mandate for a city we can afford.
Yes.
And a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that.
Yes.
On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City.
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
And that is because of you.
Yes.
So before I say anything else, I must say this. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers who refuse to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You showed that when politics speaks to you without condescension, we can usher in a new era of leadership.
Oh, yeah.
We will fight for you because we are you. Or as we say on Steinway, ana minkum wa ilaykum. Thank you to those so often forgotten by the politics of our city who made this movement their own. I speak of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas,
I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry.
Senegalese taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses, Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties. Yes, aunties. To every New Yorker in Kensington and Midwood and Hunts Point, know this. This city is your city, and this democracy is yours too.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This campaign is about people like Wesley, an 1199 organizer I met outside of Elmhurst Hospital on Thursday night. A New Yorker who lives elsewhere, who commutes 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because rent is too expensive in this city. It's about people like the woman I met on the BX33 years ago, who said to me, I used to love New York, but now it's just where I live.
No.
And it's about people like Richard, the taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside of City Hall.
Yes.
Who still has to drive his cab 7 days a week. My brother, we are in City Hall now.
Yeah.
This victory is for all of them.
Yes.
And it's for all of you. The more than 100,000 volunteers who built this campaign into an unstoppable force. Because of you, we will make this city one that working people can love and live in again. With every door knocked, every petition signature earned, and every hard-earned conversation, you eroded the cynicism that has come to define our politics.
Yes.
Now I know that I have asked for much from you over this last year. and again, you have answered my calls. But I have one final request. New York City, breathe this moment in.
Yes.
We have held our breath for longer than we know. We have held it in anticipation of defeat. Held it because the air has been knocked out of our lungs too many times to count. Held it because we cannot afford to exhale. Thanks to all of those who sacrificed so much, we are breathing in the air of a city that has been reborn. To my campaign team, who believed when no one else did, and who took an electoral project and turned it into so much more.
Yes.
I will never be able to express the depth of my gratitude. You can sleep now.
He's got like
To
no
my
sleep.
parents, Mama and Baba. You have made me into the man I am today. I am so proud to be your son.
Aww.
And to my incredible wife, Rama,
I love his wife.
Hayati, there is no one I would rather have by my side in this moment and in every moment. To every New Yorker, whether you voted for me, for one of my opponents, or felt too disappointed by politics to vote at all, thank you for the opportunity to prove myself worthy of your trust.
Yes. Yes.
I will wake each morning with a singular purpose: to make this city better for you than it was the day before. There are many who thought this day would never come, who feared that we would be condemned only to a future of less, with every election consigning us simply to more of the same. And there are others who see politics today as too cruel for the flame of hope to still burn. New York, we have answered those fears.
Yes. Honestly, yes. Yes.
Tonight we have spoken in a clear voice. Hope is alive.
Yes. Oh.
Hope is a decision that tens of thousands of New Yorkers made day after day. Volunteer shift after volunteer shift, despite attack ad after attack ad.
Yes. This is the first time I have felt hope in like so long. I literally don't even know, like, I don't know what hope has been. I have been so black-pilled. And, like, I understand, you know, it's a mayor of a city, but I do think it's so much more than that, because now you have a few different people primarying Richie Torres, Cori Bush. I just signed up to canvass for her. And so I feel like there's a lot of people that are coming out. And now AIPAC money is a bad thing, is a red flag for a lot of people. And so a lot of these centrist Democrats and a lot of establishment politicians just are not as popular anymore. So I feel like this is our time. This is our time to like fight back and primary these people. And I think Zohran did it so amazing. Like, he did such an amazing job. He did such an amazing job with this campaign. And it was just brilliant. And I'm so excited to keep up to date with what he's doing. And like, I am going to keep up to date. I'm so excited for his transition team, but we'll get into that. But yeah, we're going to finish this. But yes, Curtis did not take the 10 mil. I know, honestly, it's so funny because I was going to say this after his speech, but I'll say it now. Cuomo and Eric Adams did not call Zohran, but Curtis did. And, you know, I don't like Curtis Lewa, okay? Like, I get it. He's funny. He's a character. He's an original, that's for sure. And at least he called Zohran. Like, at least he has enough respect for him to, like, call him. But I don't like him, but yeah, at least he has enough respect to call him. And Eric Adams and Cuomo did not. So yeah. Woot. Yes, woot. I'm so excited. It feels like Bernie 2.0. Yes. Hi, what a great evening last night. Yes. No, MAGA is so mad, and we're going to watch some of the meltdowns. I just really want to finish this speech because towards the end, when he starts talking about like the Democrats and stuff like that, I get very happy because I'm like, oh, it makes me feel better because I'm like, okay, like, you know, because I know a lot of people are worried he's gonna like try to tone down his message or try to like fit into like the more corporate box. And I don't think he's going to. I don't. And I could be wrong. I may be wrong, but I don't think he's going to. And I think this speech proved that. Did Chuck or Hakeem call him? I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. I don't know. I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Chuck Schumer called him. But Hillary Clinton did. So like Hillary Clinton like did not endorse him beforehand, which I think is a good thing, but like was not like a fan beforehand. And then after he won, she tweeted like, "Oh, what a great campaign." Okay, man. No one wants to hear from you. Like, stop it. Okay. So let's finish this. Yeah, cuz it's just such a good speech.
More than a million of us stood in our churches, in gymnasiums, in community centers, as we filled in the ledger of democracy. And while we cast our ballots alone, we chose hope together.
Yes. Yes.
Hope over tyranny.
Yes.
Hope over big money and small ideas.
Yes.
Hope over despair.
Yes.
We won because New Yorkers allowed themselves to hope that the impossible could be made possible.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And we won because we insisted that no longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now it is something that we do.
Yes. Yes.
Standing before you, I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes but rarely in history when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom.
Yes.
This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt.
Yes. See, that's one of my favorite parts. That is one of my favorite parts because he is calling out the Democrats. And for the longest time, he's had to just shrug it off his shoulders. Like, yeah, they're not endorsing me. Well, I look forward to working with them. I look forward to working with everyone. Like, he's had to say that over and over and over again. And I understand why. But now when he is like, I am not going to be too timid. I'm not going to come up with excuses and be timid and change my mind now that I'm in power. I'm not going to sit here and just bend the knee to all the corporations and to the establishment. Like, I am not going to be timid and I am going to do what I set out to do. And I loved that part. That was probably one of my favorite parts. Like, he has so many good parts of this speech, but that was one of my favorite parts because the Democrats are timid. The Democrats are timid and they come up with every excuse in the book to not do what they run on, to not do what they say, to have small ideas and give us crumbs. And he is not going to do that. And he is fighting against that. And I am so glad he put that in his speech. And he's scaring a lot of the centrists too. Like Van Jones said he was scared. Like, he's scaring a lot of the centrists. And that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy.
Central to that vision will be the most ambitious agenda to tackle the cost of living crisis that this city has seen since the days of Fiorella LaGuardia. An agenda that will freeze the rents for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants.
Yes.
Make buses fast and free.
Yes.
And deliver universal childcare across our city.
Yes.
Years from now, may our only regret be that this day took so long to come.
Yes. Ooh, that was another banger.
This new age will be one of relentless improvement.
Yes.
We will hire thousands more teachers.
Yes. Yes.
We will cut waste from a bloated bureaucracy. We will work tirelessly to make lights shine again in the hallways of NYCHA developments where they have long flickered.
Yes.
Safety and justice will go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on.
Yes. Yes.
Excellence will become the expectation across government, not the exception.
Yes. Ah.
In this new age we make for ourselves, we will refuse to allow those who traffic in division and hate to pit us against one another.
Yes.
In this moment of political darkness, New York will be the light. Here, we believe in standing up for those we love. Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job, a single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall, your struggle is ours too. And we will build a city hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge of anti-Semitism. Where the more than 1 million Muslims know that they belong. Not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power.
Yeah.
No more will New York be a city where you can traffic in Islamophobia and win an election.
Yes. Oh, that was another banger line. That was another amazing line. Yes. Yes. Yes.
This new age will be defined by a competence and a compassion that have too long been placed at odds with one another. We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about. For years, those in City Hall have only helped those who can help them. But on January 1st, we will usher in a city government that helps everyone.
Yes. Yes.
Now I know that many have heard our message only through the prism of misinformation. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent to redefine reality and to convince our neighbors that this new age is something that should frighten them. As has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour.
That was a great line, too. That was also an amazing line.
They want the people to fight amongst ourselves so that we remain distracted from the work of remaking a long broken system.
Yes.
We refuse to let them dictate the rules of the game anymore.
Yes.
They can play by the same rules as the rest of us.
Yes. Oh.
Together, we will usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, We can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves.
Yes, that was the other banger line. That's my other favorite part.
After all,
Yes.
if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
Yes.
And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
Yes. Yes.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
Yes. Yes. Because this doesn't end with Trump, man.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Such an amazing moment. I was like screaming when I first watched this. Screaming. I was like, oh, yeah. Screaming. He knows it too. He knows it. He knows it. Oh my God. Perfect line. Perfect.
We will hold
Yes.
bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants.
Yes. Yes.
We
yes.
will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
Ooh.
New York will
Oh my
remain
God.
a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants,
Yes.
powered by immigrants,
Yes.
and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Yeah. God, this is such a good speech. Such a good speech. So, God.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Yes. Yes.
When we enter City Hall in 58 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them.
Yes. I loved that. I was like,
A
yes.
great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme and let us build a shining city for all.
Yes. Okay, so I didn't know this, but I was watching the Majority Report this morning. And apparently, that quote that he just said was was Andrew Cuomo's dad's quote. Mario Cuomo. That was his quote. That was one of his quotes. So he was using Cuomo's dad's quote against him, which I did not know. But Sam was talking about it on the Majority Report this morning, and he was like, it was brilliant. He was like, because most people don't realize that was his dad's quote, and so it was just like another jab. It was just like a twist of the knife into Cuomo, that because Cuomo knows where that quote came from, and Zohran knows where that quote came from, but not a lot of other people do. And so he was just like twisting the knife. And honestly, I love it. I love it so much. I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with that kind of just like I don't know, like almost pettiness, I guess. And I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful. Like, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Oh God, perfect. Just perfect. Just 4 words. Get the fuck out. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to put that in there because it makes this speech even better than it already is. Like, I don't even know how it could get any better, but it's, oh God, just wonderful, wonderful trolling, perfect trolling.
And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim.
Woohoo!
I am a democratic socialist.
Hell yeah, baby!
And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this.
Yeah!
And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back.
Yes.
We have bowed at the altar of caution and we have paid a mighty price.
Yes.
Too many working people cannot recognize themselves in our party. And too many among us have turned to the right for answers to why they've been left behind. We will leave mediocrity in our past. No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great.
I think that was actually my favorite line. That was my favorite line. That was my favorite line. Because he was like, F all of you. F all of you. What have you been doing? Nothing. And he was like, this will be in the history books. We are going to change shit. Oh my God, I loved that. I loved that because I do. I think it's just like an FU to all the establishment Democrats. Like, you guys haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. Look at where you've gotten us. Look at what it's like. What kind of opposition party are you? Look at what's happened. And he's like, no, F that. We no longer have to look to like FDR to be like, oh my God. I wish the Democrats still had some kind of backbone. We no longer have to do that. Oh God. What an amazing line. What an amazing line.
Our greatness will be anything but abstract.
Yes.
It will be felt by every rent-stabilized tenant who wakes up on the first of every month, knowing the amount they're going to pay hasn't soared since the month before. It will be felt by each grandparent who can afford to stay in the home they have worked for, and whose grandchildren live nearby because the cost of childcare didn't send them to Long Island.
Ooh, yes.
It will be felt by the single mother who is safe on her commute and whose bus runs fast enough that she doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time. And it will be felt when New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning and read headlines of success, not scandal.
Yes. Oh, God,
Most
that was
of
such
all,
a good line too.
it will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back.
Yes. Yes.
Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver universal... Let the words we've spoken together, the dreams we've dreamt together, become the agenda we deliver together. New York, this power, it's yours. This city belongs to you.
Yes. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Amazing. So amazing. Incredible. 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 Just incredible. Yeah. Incredible. Incredible speech. Wonderful speech. What a banger. Like, it's just so many amazing lines to come out of that speech. He sticks it to the Democrats. He sticks it to Trump. He is not afraid, and he puts out that he's not afraid, and he is going to stand by his convictions, and he's not going to let anyone trying to call him, oh, he's a scary socialist, intimidate him or scare him away from doing what he has has planned to do away from doing his agenda. And it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to see someone who is not scared of everyone calling him a socialist, is not scared when people call him a terrorist or whatever the hell, is not scared when people want to go after him for being pro like trans rights and pro gay rights. Like, he is not afraid, and he sticks with his convictions, and he doubled down on all of that in that speech. And I thought it was just wonderful. I thought it was wonderful. Message clear, let Kamala do that. Yeah, it's so funny watching a lot of the centrists right now, because they're like, okay, well, centrist Democrats won everywhere else. And this doesn't mean that like what Zohran is doing is okay everywhere else, just good for New York City. And I disagree with that, of course. I think that Zohran did something that everyone else didn't, and AOC mentions it in like an interview she had. He went against both establishments. He won against both establishments. All of the odds were against him. Every single odd was against him. He was coming from 1%. Everyone in the beginning didn't think he was even going to get anywhere, right? And he won. He won. And so I just think that's an incredible feat. And I do think that if the Democrats want to stay relevant, that this is what they have to do this. And even saying that, people like Abigail, I think it's Abigail Spanberger, I don't know. She won like heftily, like she won, with a pretty wide margin. But she also was talking about affordability. And so a lot of these centrist Democrats are realizing that they need to start talking about affordability. And they try to do like anti-trans ads against her. And I guess she didn't flail or didn't get like go crazy over it or whatever. And it didn't work. So I think that it actually proves that when you are talking about what matters to people and you're not just being reactive to the Republicans, that's a good thing, that's a winning message. Lizards assemble. I begrudgingly voted for Mike Sherrill. Yeah, Trump talked about affordability. No, exactly. And that's how he won. And even though a lot of people were like, hey, he's not going to actually achieve affordability, which he hasn't. And now they're lying and saying that they have, which is crazy. There's a lot of cope, and we're going to get into that. But affordability is the biggest problem. And of course, I don't think a lot of these centrist Democrats mean it, but it is interesting to see that they are having to talk about some of these more progressive values. They're having to talk about some of these more progressive policies, and they're having to not like give in, essentially give in to them, because this is what people want. And that's what a lot of centrists I think are scared of. They're scared, and that's why I think a lot of them are coping right now, because this is what people want. This is what everyone wants. The Democrats, they elected Jay Jones, okay? They don't care. They don't care about civility politics anymore, and they don't care if they don't want you to just sit there sit there and not do anything. They want to fight. Democrats want to fight. The base, the normie base, wants to fight back. They want this populist message. This is what they want. And so centrists are going to have to get on board, or they're going to become irrelevant. And I think they're starting, well, I don't think they're starting to realize that. I mean, I think they're starting to realize it, but do I think they're actually going to get on board? Probably not. But I do think that they're scared. Abundance is BS, 100% BS. Trump just diagnosed the problem without offering solutions other than immigrants bad. No, exactly. And then Democrats didn't have a response to it. And so that's why they lost. And I do think that that's why. I forgot if it was, here, let me check my screen. I forgot who it was. If it was, I don't think, it wasn't Abigail Spanberger. It was, let's see, who was it? I think it was Mickey Sherrill. Yeah, I think that's who it was. So I think Mickey Sherrill, the one you were just talking about, she won governor in New Jersey. And I think it was her, if I'm remembering correctly, but in her acceptance speech, she was talking about how she was going to freeze any increases on energy costs or energy bills. And I forgot what else she said, but she said something else. And so a lot of these centrists are having to do things like this because this is what people want, and this is the kind of pushback people want, and this is what people want. And so I think that's a good thing. But talking about election results, talking about all of this, so not only Zohran won last night, the Democrats had I don't think they lost anywhere. The only upset that I would say in my perspective is Omar Fateh. He did not win. Jacob Fry won. That was really sad, and it sucks, but I think he did a really good job and he came really close. And I think that's a good thing. And I think that's showing that progressives can primary Democrats, and that there is a lane there is an avenue there, more than there was before. And so I do think that's a good thing. And like I said, there's a few different people who are primarying Richie Torres right now, which is very exciting. Which is very exciting, and I can't wait until people start primarying like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. I'm very excited for all of this. So I do think that I do think that this is a good thing. So yeah, Mickey Sherrill won in New Jersey, and then let's see who else. Abigail Spanberger won. She won with a very big margin. Pennsylvania, they retained their Democrat Supreme Court. This is the one. I don't know about that one. I know in Georgia, it's been 20 years since they elected a Democrat in state office, and they just did that twice. Zohran won, and in New York, of course, and Andrew Cuomo got 41.6%, and Curtis Sliwa got 7.1%. There were 6,382 votes for Eric Adams, and there were 6,290 write-ins. That's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I also knew people were still going to vote for Adams, and I think that's so funny because everyone was getting so mad at Curtis Sliwa, and I'm like, dude, there are going to be people who still vote for Eric Adams. Curtis Sliwa is not a spoiler, and Zohran would have won anyway. He would have won anyway because Andrew Cuomo would have came out to 48%, and Zohran's over 50%, so, yeah. Prop 50 passed, so this was to essentially gerrymander the seats. So I think they would get 5 new House members, and so that passed. That passed as soon as the polls closed. So there was a huge blue wave, as everyone's saying. It was a tsunami, as everyone's saying. And I will say, of course, a lot of them are centrist, but I will say that for the first time in a very long time, I have had a little bit of hope, and I woke up and I'm okay, all is not lost. I do think that Trump is going to probably ramp up the authoritarianism at some point soon, because he's doing so bad, and he's very delusional in that fact, and we'll look at everything, but I do have a little bit of hope for the first time in a very long time, and mainly because of Zohran, but also just because I feel it is very refreshing to see that people are not okay with what's going on. People do not want ICE in our streets. People want to fight back. People don't want this shit. And it's just nice to see it clearly, So yeah. It's pronounced Mikey. Okay, Mikey. Okay, thank you. Kaplan is the Libertarian candidate, and Kalinske is a Socialist candidate for reference. Okay, thank you. Mickey, sorry. Mickey, not, thank you. I'm sorry. Plus, my bet is going to pay out extra since Mondami got over 50%. I love that. I know there were all these betting sites that were saying that he was going to win over 99%. He was 99% going to win, and Cuomo was only 1%. Wild. Okay, so setting the stage, this all happened last night. Donald Trump only had a couple tweets last night responding to this. He usually is tweeting up a storm. Today he's been tweeting a lot, and we'll watch those. But last night he only really tweeted 3 different times, so you can tell he was a little sad that he didn't get his way, that things did not turn out well for him. So the first thing he tweeted, which I put it in my post when I was talking about Zohran winning the other night, but Trump wasn't on the ballot, and shutdown were the 2 reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, according to pollsters. I definitely do think in Virginia, that probably had a lot to do. The government shutdown probably had a lot to do with it. And the Doge cuts probably had a lot to do with why Virginia went completely Democrat. And I also think, I still, am so in awe that Jay Jones won. I don't know if he was he in Virginia? I keep getting Virginia and New Jersey mixed up, but Jay Jones, he's the one with the text scandal and was talking about killing, I think shooting his Republican opponent or something, in text messages. It's kind of insane that he won. Honestly, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad that he won. All night I was like, is he gonna win? Is he gonna win? Is he gonna win? And he did. And I was talking to my dad about this actually before I went out of town, and I was like, well, Zohran's definitely gonna win. I was like, I'm gonna knock on wood, but Zohran's definitely gonna win. And then my dad was like, well, what do you think about Jay Jones? I don't think he's gonna win. And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I think most Democrats and liberals are really tired of the civility politics and are just done with trying to I think they're just done, and they want to fight back, and they don't care who it is. They don't care. But he won, and I thought it was great. The weird thing is that Cheryl is from Virginia and Spamberger's from NJ, my hometown to be exact, although I never met her. Oh, cool. That's cool. I've never been to New Jersey. I've been to New York, but I've never been to New Jersey. That's really cool. Oh yeah, weren't they roommates? I think I saw that they were roommates. It was a hit piece. Yeah, I haven't read the text. I know that he was they keep saying, oh, he was talking about killing whoever. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not we have literal Nazis in our government that are talking about gassing people. I'm not I don't really care what he said. I don't care. I'm glad he won. But I think one of the sections he said was that, one of the texts that he said was that, well, they'll never learn, they never learn unless it happens to them. And while I do think talking about shooting people is a little crazy, I do think I understand why he was saying, oh, nobody ever, because I feel this is a common thing it's a conservative thing to not care about something until it affects you, to not care about, this happens to conservatives all the time. They didn't really care about immigration until it started affecting their everyday lives, until people they knew were getting kidnapped. This is a trend with conservatives a lot of the time, is that they don't care about things until it happens to them. And so, well, I could see why he was so mad or frustrated, even though I do think talking about shooting people is crazy. Crazy. It's kind of insane, honestly. But, Silly and Billy were in New York yesterday. I saw that. I haven't watched their video yet. I need to watch it, but I did see that. I'm so jealous. I love New York. I want to move there. Trump is losing it. He really is. So he's losing his mind. There's some more posts that we're going to look at, or their children's. I know he talked about, I know he did. I mean, look, I think his texts were definitely, like I said, I didn't really read them, but I was listening to some people like Kyle Klinsky and Hassan talk about them earlier. And again, we have literal Nazis running our government. We have people who are literal, out and about Nazis, prominent in our media and running our government. Honestly, Honestly, I don't really care. Like I'm glad all of these, even though I probably don't agree with a lot of these Democrats, I'm glad they got elected, you know? So that's my take on it. That's my take on it. But okay, so he said Trump wasn't on the ballot and shut down were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, which, I mean, yeah, sure. And then in the middle of all this, he said, just out, 60 Minutes interview with Donald J. Trump on CBS Sunday night was the highest rated 60 Minutes in years. And it was also insane because he admitted to pardoning a cryptocurrency guy, and he didn't know who he was. He didn't know who he was. They were like, he's a criminal. Why did you pardon him? And he's like, well, are you ready for this? I didn't know who he was. Then why are you pardoning him? Anyway, so next he's saying Republicans terminate the filibuster, get back to passing legislation and voter reform. And so now this is his thing. He wants them to get rid of the filibuster, which I am all for. Go ahead, get rid of the filibuster. I would love that. So he wants them to get rid of the filibuster, and he's like, get back to passing legislation and voter reform. And so he wants to pass voter reform because he's mad that all these Democrats won and made him look like a fool. And he earlier, I think, was talking about how, I don't know if the votes in California are real because of Prop 50 and they're going to add like 5 seats to the House. So he's trying his hardest to like say that all of these things all this was fake and that they need to do voter reform because all of these elections are apparently fake. Pass voter reform, voter ID, no mail-in ballots, save our Supreme Court from packing, no two-state addition, etc. Terminate the filibuster. Oh my God, it's actually hilarious because he really truly is like, he's losing his mind. Like, I think he's so, like, it's so funny because for so long I don't know if he's been like deluded, if they're just like telling him he's really popular, or if he's just putting on a front that if he's just lying every time and is like, no, I'm popular and my poll numbers are wonderful, even though they haven't been. I wonder if he knows he's lying or if they're just like feeding him lies and this election like popped that bubble, you know? I wonder which one it is. Auto pen is a crime. Honestly, apparently they got mad at Biden and were like, they don't even know who he pardoned and he pardoned all these people and and he doesn't even know because auto pen or whatever. And then now he pardons this cryptocurrency guy and is like, oh, I didn't even know who he was. Okay, bro. He can't deal with reality. No, I don't think he can. Like, I don't think he can deal with reality. Also, this is the most ominous one that I think, and this happened like right after Zohran won. He said, and so it begins. Like, that's why that's such a, like, honestly, I am so hopeful and I'm just like so like happy right now that I'm like, okay, I'm not even scared of it anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever, man. But I do think eventually that's going to wear off a little bit because I do think he's going to definitely go more authoritarian after all this. But, this is such a, this is just such an insane, like, tweet, truth, whatever the hell. It's such an insane thing for like a president to post after an election, and so it begins. What do you mean? And so it begins what? What is beginning? What are you talking about? And so it begins. Like, when I saw that, I was like, this man has lost his mind. He's lost his mind. He's lost it. Quite funny. Okay. Okay, I haven't watched this yet, but he's been posting about all his like little updates because, you know, he had his little press conferences. Also, it's the anniversary of him getting elected, and so he has a million different posts about that. But let's watch this PBD video. I haven't watched it yet. It says Obama, Trump's America in a dark place. Okay.
You know, the trust in the media right now is at an all-time low, and no one trusts the press. Do you think it would help them if they would give a little and say, yay, cleaned up D.C., looks great, the homeless are gone?
Why don't they like us? Why can't they just like us? Oh, you guys think he totally knows? Yeah, he probably does. He probably does. You're right. He just can't admit it to himself. He can admit that he's not popular. But it's so funny because now they're just like begging. They're like, please, please. Why does nobody like us? Please, why can't people just like us? Why?
On the streets are cleaner. There's less crime. Is it their inability to just give a little bit is what makes everybody just not buy this garbage?
They have a hard time with that, but the reality of it is this guy's going to keep winning over and over and over again, and it's going to upset them even more.
What win? Where are the wins? Where are the wins? I do not see them. Where are they at? Where are they at? I don't see them. Where are they at? Are the wins in the room with us right now? Oh God, they're so delusional.
You got enemies that are wanting to do business with them. You got him flying, working harder than anybody else. I keep saying this. I dare anybody right now measure how hard they're working. And this man is 79 years old, about to be 80 years old next year in 2026. They're envious. They're jealous. It's already been proven. He's been vindicated. History books are going to favor this guy. One day in the next 10, 20, 30 years, we're going to be sitting in a movie theater watching a movie of his.
Oh my God, this is so delusional. The only way history books are going to look back at this in a good fashion is if they literally write it themselves. Which, I mean, I'm sure at some point they'll try. But there is no way this man is going to look good in history books unless they write them themselves. Okay? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What delusion.
Or a show on Netflix that's going to come out in 10 series. The amount of stories they're going to show of what this man was able to do. Many kids are going to grow up saying, I want to grow up to be like Donald Trump. God. Obama, this is the worst way to finish up your legacy. You came off your 2 terms. You were supposed to be Black Jesus. Everyone
What the fuck? Oh my God.
was turned against you. You guys had to pay people like Beyonce and all these other guys to come perform for you. Trump is going after protecting folks in Nigeria. Nicki Minaj is coming saying thank you to President Trump.
No, she said thank you because he used one of her, he used some of her music in a video, which honestly, listen, I know people, I don't know, I guess people come for you if you don't like Nicki Minaj. I used to love Nicki Minaj, okay? I used to love Nicki Minaj, okay? I am a millennial, all right? All right? I used to love Nicki Minaj, but I think everyone should admit she's gone a little crazy, okay? She's lost her mind. Nicki Minaj has lost her mind. COVID did a number on her, I think. She's lost it, all right? Like so many other people, she's lost her mind, okay? I don't think putting Nicki Minaj up as like so he talks about Beyonce. Who do you have, bro? You have Kid Rock? I think putting up Nicki Minaj and Kid Rock is like the pinnacle of support is a wild thing to do. It's wild. It's a wild thing to do. Okay.
Trump didn't pay Nicki Minaj for it, thank you. They have a hard time winning their own people over. Trump is winning their people over, and this is driving them insane.
Oh my God, that was actually really funny. That was actually pretty fucking funny. Jesus. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Jesus is not white, man. He's not a white man. Oh God, that's so funny. Because they suck. Exactly. Wins term limits. Paul Bet Davidson. Yes, Paul Bet Davidson. Okay. All right. So now he's just talking about his anniversary. He's very like what did he post? Let's see. Okay, these are all just from like things he did. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about any of this. I'm trying to find this picture. Oh, wait. So Breitbart, of course it was Breitbart. Trump celebrates affordability 1 year after his historical election. Groceries, gas, and rental prices falling. Where are the rental prices falling? Where? This is a lie. Where are the rental prices fall? Please show me in the direction of where the rental prices is falling. Okay. St. Louis, notably, has actually been ranked one of the most affordable cities in this country. Okay. And now everyone is, and now all these developers are coming here. Okay. So now it is not becoming affordable. Now rent has gone up so effing much. Okay. And I want to know where rental prices are going down, because they sure as hell aren't going down here. They're not going down here, okay? And St. Louis is like a small city. I wouldn't say it's not like a big city. And I remember when I was looking for apartments, my parents would always be able to look in the county. The prices might be cheaper. They are not cheaper. They are not cheaper anywhere. There's it's nearly impossible to find any kind of living situation that is under $1,000. $1,000 is cheap. Under $1,500. It is outrageous. It is outrageous. This is outrageous. This is a lie. This is a lie. I'm like, don't get me started on rent prices, bro. It is out of hand. It is out of hand. I have looked a few different times to try to find cheaper apartments, and they are non-existent. They're non-existent. Okay. It's truly insane. So this is a lie. But Santa and the little mermaid fish are white. Oh, God. Oh, God, that's so funny. Okay, anyway, that's a lie. They're just lying now. Okay, so I just want to... Oh, now he's also posting... He's also posting people in his cabinet people in his I don't think he's in his cabinet, but just people in MAGA that are doing a good job. It's so funny. He posted him. He posted whoever the Congress, Barry Louderman. Now he's posting all these people, and he's like, look, they're doing such a great job. Look at all these people who are doing such a great job, who I love. It's so funny. It's so funny because he lost, and now he has to be like, look at all these people who are doing great. They're Republicans. Oh, God. Okay. But that's not okay. 1 year since elected. So this is what I wanted to show you. It's a weird picture. Look at his lips. They obviously used AI or something, because his lips look so weird. But 1 year since elected. Does anyone else do this? Has any other president been celebrated the anniversary of their election? Is that not weird? Is that not weird? Is that not a weird thing? Republicans, be tough, smart, and win. He's so mad. He's so mad. Oh, God, he's so mad. Happy anniversary. On this day, November 5th, 1 year ago, we had one of the greatest presidential victories in history. Such an honor to represent our country. Our economy is booming, and costs are coming way down. Affordability is our goal. Love to the American people. Bro, things are not affordable, okay? And I was watching this clip from Fox News. There's a lot of clips from Fox News, but I was watching this clips from Fox News, and they were like, well, he's just winning at everything. And then the interviewer was like, maybe it was a Fox News person on CNN. I don't know. Anyway, this Republican was talking, and they were like, and she was like, well, it doesn't matter because these are blue states and he's won a lot and it doesn't matter. And he's winning so much that Republicans are satisfied and prices are going down and da-da-da-da. And then the person next to her just looked at her and was like, I mean, we're going to the same grocery store, right? What are you talking about? She's like, well, there's still work to be done. No, man. No. Things are getting more expensive. Tariffs are making them more expensive, which everyone said would happen. And And so now, because he lost so incredibly last night, now he's like reminiscing about the election last year. He has to like reminisce about the election last year because nobody likes him, because his poll numbers are the lowest they've been, and because he got demolished. The Republicans got demolished last night. They did not lose. I don't think they lost a single race. That is crazy. That's crazy. Like that, I like, it's insane. Like, he must be hurting. He must be hurting. And that's just so glorious to me. Okay, so now he's posting all these videos of like, okay, so this is the one that I want to watch because I haven't seen this one, but he posted this earlier and he said, "My fellow Americans, our movement is far from over. In fact, our fight has only just begun." Okay, bro. Okay. Price coming down, but beef? Why does he keep saying beef? Because he is importing Argentinian beef. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, he is throwing farmers under the bus, and they voted for him in large margins, and they literally, like, they are being sold out. We are buying Argentinian beef. Well, all of our, now listen, I don't like factory farming. I'm probably not the person to talk about this, but he is selling these farmers out, and like we are importing that beef when a lot of beef farmers here are like, what the hell, like what the fuck, you know? And so and wait, wasn't it soy too? Soy farmers? Now soy does affect me. It affects me a lot, actually. But it's in a lot of things I eat. But anyway, soy farmers, aren't they getting like the same thing is happening to them too? And so like he is throwing them under the bus. A lot of farmers voted for him, and he is throwing them under the bus. And like, our food system is actually like very fragile, and like, if we keep this up and if we keep having these tariffs and if farmers are like gonna go bankrupt, shit's gonna get real bad. Like, shit is gonna get so bad for us, like food wise. Like, and then SNAP benefits are getting cut. Like, shit's about to get really, really bad. No, the soy doesn't go in China. The beef comes from Argentina. Yes, yeah, but I think what happened is I forgot the specifics, but I know that we imported, or I think we exported, we sold a lot of our soy in America to China, but then I think they stopped buying it from us. And so I think that was one of the things, if I'm remembering correctly. And so a lot of soy farmers were very upset. And then yes, he's getting beef from Argentina, even though there are farmers here that do that. And I don't know why he's getting it from Argentina, and everyone's asking him why he's getting it from Argentina. And he's only doing it because he's trying to bail out Argentina because he likes the leader there. And for the longest time, Elon and the rest of the like tech Silicon bros were telling us that Argentina was going to be so prosperous because they were going to do all the libertarian things, because they were just going to let them do whatever they want and cut all regulations. And now our tax dollars are going to bail out Argentina. So, you know, that I do know about, because of the tariff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes. And so, you know, listen. The Secretary of Treasury invested in Argentina and in soy. Yeah. And so it really is just all about the corruption, honestly. And they want to bail out Argentina because they don't want to lose their money that they invested. And it's like, the corruption is just so apparent in this administration and this regime. But like, all I'm saying is I do have a lot of hope, but also, like, looking at the reality of the situation, like, things might get pretty dark before they get better. If our food supply, if our food system goes out of whack and like farmers are not able to produce or make money or like and they go bankrupt, like I just like I don't know what we're gonna do, and I don't think the people in power know what they're doing, and so I don't think they would be able to. I don't think they're going to be able to handle these situations, and so it's very, very. It's yeah, I don't know. It's a very scary outlook, honestly. But we're not doing that today. We're doing Hope Core today. So. We're not doing that today. We are doing Hope Core today. That is what we are on today. All right, let's watch this. Let's watch his new video reminding everyone that their fight is not over. Their fight's not over. They're still relevant somehow. If it plays. Maybe. It's not playing. I don't know why. Okay, I know there's one up top that's the same thing. Let's see if it plays.
My fellow Americans, our movement is far from over. In fact, our fight has only just begun. We are one movement.
That video with Benjamin Netanyahu is an interesting choice right now. That's a very interesting choice right now.
One people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So with American pride swelling...
Damn, of course he has to do this freaking music in the background. Damn it! Okay.
In our hearts.
Gulf of America. Oh my god. Okay, well, I want to watch this, but the music is stopping me. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just trying to cope with the fact that he's losing and nobody likes him. So now he's trying to say, my fellow Americans, our movement is far from over. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so next, let's talk about all the other crash outs because there are just so many. I think next I want to watch Van Jones because his is quite funny to me. Let's see. I have it up. I just gotta find it. I have so many things up right now. Oh no, something sounded like it fell. I don't know where that was. Okay. Let's see. Sean Hannity lost his mind. Okay, here we go. Sean Hannity lost his mind. Excited for that. Michael Rappaport is losing his mind. Deborah Messing is having a full-on crash out. Just all the worst people are having a really bad day, and it's quite lovely, honestly. Which means I'm having a wonderful day. All the worst people on the internet are just like losing their minds. It's quite amazing. I'm very excited. Okay, let's watch this.
White House should be listening.
I mean, look, these are blue states, and Democrats were supposed to win. So I wouldn't overread it.
In Georgia, they won 2 state seats, and that hasn't happened in 20 years. And I think it was Virginia. If I'm remembering correctly. They flipped, like, what was it, like 13 delegate seats. I think New Jersey was touch and go for a minute there. I think Virginia is purple. So they're lying, but just cope harder, bro. Cope harder. Just keep coping, man. They're like, it's really not that bad. It's really not a big deal. Fox News was like, well, it just really shows when they elect people like Jay Jones, it just looks bad for the Democrats. It just shows who they are. And I'm like, bro, Fox News, out of all the people to say something like that, Fox News is saying that. Okay, man, you guys say insane shit on a daily basis. Trump says insane shit that you're like, oh, he was joking, or oh, haha, he doesn't really mean it, or oh, haha. he says shit like that on a daily basis, and you explain it away every single day, and you have the audacity to be like, oh, it just looks really bad. It just looks so bad for the Democrats that they would elect someone like Jay Jones. Like, shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up.
Virginia, in particular, has never been a great bellwether. I don't think a lot of folks had a lot of confidence in the Virginia campaign that was run on the Republican side. And New Jersey is New Jersey, so I would hesitate to overread it. I don't think the concerns you raised are illegitimate political strategy concerns. You know, I think just want to offer condolences to Chuck Schumer. Honestly, what I'm reading here in New York City is that AOC is going to be the next senator from New York after she gets done whooping his rear end in the 2028 Democratic primary. And for his Senate races in 2026, I see the energy in the Democratic Party tonight behind a socialist, and I see the energy in Virginia. Democrats looking the other way on a violent candidate for attorney general who says he wants to murder Republicans and their children. If you think you're getting rid of Graham Plattner in Maine now, think again. This is a terrible night for national Democratic image, given what is...
See, this is their line. This is their line. This is the new line that they're going to go with. This is the cope that they're going to go with. This is the line that they're taking. They're saying, one, it's not that big of a deal. It's just blue states and blue politicians winning, number one. Number two, their next cope is, well, it actually looks bad for the Democrats. It's actually a bad look for the Democrats because they voted for someone like Jay Jones, and Zohran's a socialist, communist, whatever the hell Red Scare they want to say next. And so really, it just looks like they just look bad. I'm like, okay, man, you guys really just like hate reality. You really just like hate reality and cannot live in reality. It's quite funny, actually. But yeah, cope harder, cry harder, cry harder. Oh my God.
Happening inside their party. Mamdani is an avowed socialist. It's not what people say that he is, it's what he says that he is. He's now the leader of their party. That's their energy, and Chuck Schumer's
He's the leader of the Democratic Party?
Well, no, he's not the leader of the party. And Hakeem Jeffries was asked if he thinks that if Zohran would become the leader of the party, and he said no. But it's funny because I saw this meme today and I posted it on my Instagram. I have an Instagram if you want to follow it. It's the same thing, Life with Liz Ashlee. I just post a lot of stories. But anyway, if you want to follow. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, it wasn't like a meme, but it was like a post that I saw today, and it said, Hakeem Jeffries said that Zohran was not going to be the future of the Democratic Party. He's right. He's going to replace the Democratic Party. And oh God, here's to hoping. Here's to hoping, man. Here's to hoping. I have hope.
Let's swear. There is no. Who is the leader? Can someone tell me?
He's a life raft for Republicans who have to go on TV and got their asses kicked today.
He's a life raft. Oh my God.
We've had progressive mayors. I don't think anybody thought that de Blasio.
He's the best actor you all have, is he not?
Listen,
Mamdani.
Here's what I'll say. I'm a lot happier than you are sad. You're saying I'm happy. You know why? Buyer's remorse from independents. Independents gave Donald Trump a shot. Buyer's remorse. The Latin community gave him a shot. You see buyer's remorse. Black men gave Trump a shot. They've come back home. Buyer's remorse. Why? Because people are sick of the status quo. That's why they voted for Trump the first time. That's why they voted him out the second time. That's why
And yet Van Jones seemed to like take it so seriously and was like, well, maybe we do need to like moderate our opinions. Okay, bro. Okay.
Vote him back in. People want change. And Donald Trump said he was going to do something about grocery prices. He's done everything, but he's putting in gold toilets in the White House. He's tearing up. He's gallivanting around the world. And you're seeing buyer's remorse in places where Republicans had some hope. This thing is starting to settle out now. This is about basic needs that people have and basic rights people expect. That's what seems to be under fire from this administration. And if they think they can spin and talk and spin and talk and nobody's going to notice that, they just got proven people's basic needs are not being met. One of the things that I think people are seeing, not just from Mamdani, but from the moderates as well, this focus on kitchen table issues. We used to talk about this in weird ways. Income inequality, wealth disparity.
How How is that weird? What is he talking about? We used to talk about this in weird. No. Oh my God, I hate Van Jones. And this isn't like, this isn't even what he says that's like bad, but talking about wealth disparity and income inequality is not a weird way to talk about things. It's just the truth. It's just the reality of what's going on. But you have come to this centrist, enlightened centrist moment where you think that actually speaking the truth and actually saying like things like that is socialist and scary. And so you feel like you've had to moderate your opinion. And now all of these people who have felt the need to become centrist and moderate their opinion are like, well, I mean, yeah, affordability is important. And like, yeah, he was successful, but like, the moderates are still good. And it's because this is a winning message. This is a winning message. Again, like I said earlier, now you even have centrists and these moderates talking about affordability because and trying to like jump on similar policies that Zohran had. And it's because this is a winning message. It's because this is what people want. So now all of these moderates are like scrambling to come up with an excuse or scrambling to be like, oh, well, I mean, we just talked about it weirdly before, No, man, it's just silly. It's silly.
Economic justice. People who win.
Didn't say it that way.
but we had a lot of syllables, man.
Okay, but it was the truth. Oh my God, this is so dumb. This is just dumb.
Now you got people who are talking.
No, you just didn't want it because you kept saying it was socialism. No, you just didn't want it because you kept saying, oh, well, what about the billionaires? Don't go back on that now.
Like the people who have the problem. I can't afford nothing. And somebody who can talk that way, whether they're on the left of our party or the middle of our party, is going to have a big audience. And this buyer's remorse that's setting in now from other people is a big problem for Republicans.
I think two big takeaways. So listen, I think there's this divide within the Democratic Party. Is the future of the party Mamdani? Is it democratic socialism? Is it more on the likes of AOC and Bernie Sanders? He no doubt ran a good campaign.
Hopefully.
I interviewed him. He is a very formidable force in American politics. We had two female governors who were just elected, Democrats, who ran as consummate centrists. Both of them were talking about uniting the country, that there's more that unites us than divides us, both with very credible resumes. So what direction are you going to go? Because you guys need to focus on winning a national election again. It's been a minute since that's happened, and I think you're going to get a lot farther with the Mikey Sherrill and with the Abigail Spanberger.
I disagree. How many times? See, this is what is frustrating about all of this. Is everyone's going to look at those centrist candidates that won and be like, oh my God, they're the winning ticket. This is the winning ticket, which I don't think is true, especially not in a national election. I think in a national election, we need someone like Zohran. Now, of course, that's not going to happen because he's an immigrant, but like, I know a lot of people, I know a lot of people are putting it out there, but like AOC, listen, I get it. People are like, oh, she's too young. It's too this, it's too that. I think she could win. I really do think she could win. I think people are ready for I think Democrats especially are ready for a substantial change. And I think she could win. Now, again, who knows what's going to happen by the time 2028 comes around. I'm skeptical of where we'll be at in this country around that time. But if we happen to have free and fair elections in 2028, then I do think she would be a wonderful candidate. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. It's probably going to be Senate, not president. But I'm just saying. I do think that, like, people are ready for something like that. I think the Democrats especially are finally ready for something like that. And I think we need to seize on them being so fed up with the establishment. I think we need to seize on that. Like, I really, really do. Yeah, moderate bullshitter, exactly. The words are weird, but people always complain about the concept. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I get it when they're saying, oh, the words are weird. Like, it's just frustrating because when people say things like that, people like leftists and progressives have been saying this from day one. This has been the affordability and actually like having social safety nets for people has been something that progressives and everyone wanted from day one. And now that that's what's winning and that's what people want, they're like, well, we just were too woke about it last time. no, you called it socialism and you wanted to stand up for the billionaires and millionaires, and now that's not popular anymore. So you have to scramble to figure out what your new take is that is somehow still centrist. It's so stupid. They're all coping and seething. They just can't accept what they're seeing, honestly. Van can't embrace Zohran either. I know. No one's giving Zohran credit. Like almost every single Democrat has been like, yeah, like historic wins. And that's like it. They're like, yeah, no, we just had a lot of historic wins. Yay. They don't actually like call him out or be like, wow, he ran a really good campaign. The only person who did that was Hillary Clinton, which is actually kind of funny. But you know, she did it after like kind of trying to denounce him. So
approach. But let me
hold on. I gotta go to. No, as soon as we're done.
We'll get to the Mamdani of it later.
We'll get to the White House. That's a reaction to all these wins. Caitlin, what are you hearing?
Well, Anderson, actually, it's been pretty quiet here at the White House, which is telling in and of itself. The president himself has not posted on Truth Social in about 4 hours since earlier tonight when he was announcing a staffing decision. That is obviously something that you likely wouldn't hear had there been any major Republican victories tonight. But this is a key question of how the White House and how the president will be interpreting these big Democratic wins tonight in New Jersey and in Virginia and in the New York City mayor's race, all three of which the president was involved to some degree. Yes, he did not outright endorse in Virginia there for the Republican candidate in the gubernatorial race, but he certainly did there in New Jersey. He hosted multiple tele-rallies for Jack Ciattarelli. The Republican National Committee poured a lot of money into that race. And obviously, he got directly involved in the New York City's mayor's race last night when he endorsed Andrew Cuomo. And so it'll be really telling to see how the White House interprets these results tonight, because earlier when I'd been speaking with officials is whether or not they saw this as a referendum on the president's first 9 months in office. Anderson, basically what they were saying is that they were in wait-and-see mode. They wanted to see how these results turned out tonight before they tied any of them closely to the president. We've seen some reaction coming in.
And like as they're like talking about centrism and centrism and the best and it's gonna win and it's our ticket, they're showing the Mamdani rally and all the people there while they're talking about how centrism is the future. Crazy. Okay, let's
already
see.
Tonight from former Trump campaign advisors saying that they believe this is a candidate quality issue and that Republicans need to run better candidates who are more in line with the president in order to secure victories.
No, I don't
but we'll
think
be able
that's
to hear from the president himself tomorrow. He's actually hosting Republican lawmakers, Republican senators, to be exact here, Anderson, for breakfast at the White House, and reporters will be able to go into the room there and ask the president himself, what does he make of these victories by Democrats tonight?
All right, Caitlin, thanks very much. Is this a candidate quality issue?
Well, you know, I think that there were questions about the candidate in Virginia, and the president was sort of never really did officially endorse her, did he?
Nope.
But you know, in Jersey, he fully embraced the candidate and praised him as a great candidate, and now it was a candidate quality problem. I mean, that is sometimes the spin is so obvious that you shouldn't even bother. Because people can recognize it for what it is. I mean, the fact is, there is a mood in this country of dissatisfaction. As Van said, they took a shot on Trump because they were unhappy with the conditions, the economic conditions under Biden. They felt he was ineffectual in dealing with them. Trump promised to focus on those, and that's not what he's done. And they're sending a message. So. You can try and spin your way through that, or you can try and rearrange your priorities and focus more on the things that affect people's lives.
It's interesting in New York, and on this exit polling, is crime where you live a major problem, minor problem, not a problem? The majority, 51%, said a minor problem.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Oh, Anderson Cooper, is that crazy? Is it crazy that people said it was a minor problem? And everyone has been saying it's such a major problem and everything is horrible and it's a war zone in New York, even though it's not. I've been there many times, and it's not. It's a wonderful city and I love it very much. And I rode the subways, I walked at night, and I felt completely safe. 100% safe. it's wild that they're like, wow, it's so crazy that all these exit polls say, oh my gosh, they think crime is a minor problem. Wow, what an insane what an insane thing to come out of this. Oh God, it's just so funny. It's so funny.
Kind of surprises me.
Oh, it does. It surprises you,
And
Anderson
wasn't
Cooper.
given
Does
the
it surprise
attention that the
you?
president is putting.
But that was part of Cuomo's problem, is that Eric Adams, whatever you want to say about him, had actually done a reasonably good job of bringing some of the crime down. You know, the subways were getting a little bit
The
safer.
police commissioner also, who Mamdani says he will keep on.
Will keep on, and so crime was actually
I'm
moving
not
in the
super
right
excited
direction.
about that, but
Cuomo
apparently
comes
New
out and
Yorkers
he's gonna
really
do a
like her,
campaign that's
so I
mainly
think that's
about
why he's
public
doing
safety,
it.
but it felt a little bit flat. And I think the other thing that you have to understand is not only did Mamdani run a campaign that's going to be studied forever, Cuomo could have been Mamdani's co-chair of Mamdani's campaign. He did a terrible job. He was bubble wrapped.
In what universe would that happen? What is he? What, he could have been a co-chair? What? Man, I swear, centrists are just like so. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I've talked to grassroots people who said that he would basically ghost grassroots groups. He would insist, if I come, you can't have your cell phones. It was like he was entitled to this, and he was going to deign to show up at the grassroots level. That actually does not work. You've got to be at the community level, and that's why he lost.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's right about that. Okay, so I don't know what's playing now, but I need to stop it. Okay, oh, Eugene Debs. I was going to watch that. Okay, all right, so, okay. All right, okay. We had historic wins thanks to the people we keep down. In 2028, Senate and Congress to Omar and Tlaib, and the White House AOC. LOL. Yes. I would love that. Okay, I want AOC as House Speaker. Okay, but AOC knows AOC best if she wants different. Yeah, I agree. That probably would be good if she would be House Speaker. I think she would probably do a really good job at that. AOC took a step backwards, Palestine. Yeah, no, I agree. There have definitely been many times I've gotten upset with her and I've gotten frustrated with her, and I will say, like, you know, I still like her, and I think she's a wonderful politician, and I still think she is going to fight for things that are good for everyone, and I still think she's like a good person to like root for. But I do think she is worthy of criticism on that, and I do think that like there have been a lot of situations where I remember when she stood up for Biden, I was like, what are you doing? And so did Bernie, and I was like, what are you doing? What's happening right now? What's going on? So like there have been times where I have definitely like not been on the same page as her, and like think she deserved to be criticized. And I definitely do think she took a step back from Palestine and has not been as vocal on Palestine as a lot of her cohorts have. And I also think that there have been times where she hasn't spoken out or like backed up some other people in the squad when they've spoken out. And I think she could have done a much better job at all of those things. And I have gotten frustrated because I do think she has toned down her rhetoric a bit to kind of try to fit in, not be a part of the establishment, but like at least fit in enough that they'll like invite her into those rooms. And like I understand her strategy around that, but it does get frustrating from time to time, because that means she's toning down a lot of the rhetoric that got her elected, and that does become very frustrating. And so I know that that's what a lot of people were worried about with Zohran. They're like, oh, he's gonna do the same thing. I don't think he's going to, and I think his speech that he made proved that. I do think he did tend to be a little cautious at the end of his campaign when he was getting more national coverage. But I think that whole speech that he did was showing that he meant business and he was going to stand on it. And so that's my personal opinion. I still really like AOC, and I still think that she would be great in higher offices. But who would you have in the White House? Oh, I haven't gotten that far. Yeah, I know. I'm not rooting for it. I'm rooting for AOC too. Yeah, no, I know. And I think it's good. But I do think it's good to like still like criticize her and like understand where she needs to do better. But yeah, the Iron Dome is bad for sure. Yeah, that vote really bothered me a lot. But I still think she's one of the best people we have in Congress right now. To make Pelosi make her cry. To stop. Yeah, no, I still really like her, you know, but it was funny because a lot of people are saying, well, now they can't be like a Zohran stan anymore because now they have to start like treating him like a politician. And I'm gonna try to straddle that line. I feel like I do a poor job of that with Cori Bush. Like, I am definitely a Cori Bush stan. I love her so much. And I feel like I'm bad at not being a stan of hers. But I feel like she's just so incredible. So it's hard for me not to be a stan. But I think that the same is happening with Zohran. I'm like, God, I just think he's so amazing. But I do get that, like, you can't be stans of politicians. Like, you have to hold them accountable and you have to criticize them no matter what, and you need to make sure that they do what they're supposed to be doing. And so yeah. It's just funny. It's funny. But yes, all that to say, I do think AOC would be great in a higher office, and I don't know who's going to run for president, and I know we haven't gotten that far yet, and I know we still need to get through the midterms and get through this authoritarianism, but if we get through all of it, hopefully she can run for like Senate or president maybe, and that would make me really happy. You can't be a stan. You don't got a GF to put in the trunk of your car. No, it's okay. Oh God. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Let's look at. Okay. So this is Twitter, and I found this like Twitter group thing where it's a Cuomo crash out. So it's all the crash outs over Cuomo not winning. And I thought we would go through them because I thought that would be a fun thing to do. So, okay. So, I don't know what that is. We're just going to watch. This is funny. Okay, so I don't know who any of these people are. Okay, I don't know who they are. So if there's some crazy person that I'm reading off, I apologize. This is Twitter. I don't really get on Twitter like that. But this is what's on Twitter. Okay, so it says, this is the most horrifying video I've posted today. New York is done. Last night, Mehdi Hassan Piker, Mahmoud Khalil, and Jamal Bowman attended Zohran's victory jihad party. Oh God, they're so fucking racist. Okay, so I was watching Hassan last night, and I had like I'm neurodivergent, and so when I watch Hassan like IRL streams, I get like secondhand like anxiety, or secondhand like I can feel the awkwardness, if that makes sense. And so it's so funny watching his stream in these situations, because like I just like feel the awkwardness when he's awkward, and because I like understand what it's like to be awkward in social situations. But just, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just funny. It was just something I always feel when I watch his in real life IRL streams. But this was so funny. And he was, I think he was a little drunk last night, but it was hilarious. But him, Mehdi Hassan, Jamal Bowman, Prem Taker, and Mahmoud Khalil made this video. And it's wonderful. They were having a blast. Everyone at that election party was having a blast. It looked incredible. Okay.
Mahmoud Khalil is here. Mahmoud Khalil is here. And he voted 5 times. Jamal Bowman. He voted illegally 5 times.
They're so happy, and you can see it. You can just see how happy they are. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. Look at Jamal Bowman. I love Jamal Bowman. Oh my God, this is so fun. It just brings me so much joy. I love everyone in this video so much. I love how they posted this and were like, this is crazy. This is so scary. And it's just like 5 brown men like laughing and having a great time. Like they're just happy. They're excited. They're just having a great time. And you're like, oh my God, this is so scary. It's so stupid. Oh my God. It's just wonderful. It makes me happy. Okay. Jason Curtis Anderson, meet Zohran's new deputy mayor of community affairs. Okay. Let's see. What does she say? Why are they so scared?
Because as Vietnamese refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime, and we believe that...
Okay, fuck you, dude. I mean, seriously, fuck you, old lady. Shut the...
Oh, he's talking about Hassan. Okay, I didn't get the joke. Okay, he's talking about meet Zohran's new deputy of mayor of community affairs. They're talking about Hassan. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry. Took me a second. Okay. Okay, I don't care about that one. What's this? I am an observant of the conservative Catholic. Okay, I am an observant of conservative Catholic who does not eat meat on Fridays. What the gentleman suggests does not exist in Catholic law norms. Okay, I don't care. What? I don't know. Some of these don't seem like Cuomo crash outs. I don't know what some of these are. Okay. Over the summer, Mondami would confide he wasn't much impressed with Lander. All his talk that he'd be the one really running the city next year had gotten back to Mom Donnie and not gone over very well. I will not sit here for the Brad Lander slander. Okay. Not voting until we're learning the truth about who killed Charlie. Literally do not care how anybody feels about that. Not lifting one finger. Oh God. Okay, from the British cradle of democracy in Westminster, my reaction to the... Dude, you're in Britain.
I'm standing inside the Houses of Parliament, the cradle of British democracy, in London, the city whose radical Muslim mayor, many Americans have told me over the years, is proof positive that Britain has now fallen to Islamization. Well, what's that saying about people in glass houses? Yesterday, New York elected as its mayor a radical Muslim, Zohran Won, a man who works for the destruction of Israel, a man who refused to condemn the chants of globalize the intifada.
God, they're still on this shit. He also did condemn it, and I don't think he should have done that, okay? He did walk it back, and that was one of the things that I feel like he like toned down a bit, and I don't think he should have done that. But he did. He was like, well, I don't say it, I don't whatever. Globalize the intifada just means globalize the uprising. That's what it means, okay? They're trying to make it, they're like, oh, a scary word. It's a scary word because it's in a language we don't like and we think is so scary. It just means uprising. Like, literally, it's such an Islamophobic attack. And I will say, one thing I'm really happy about with this election, and I think it shows, is that people are no longer, they're no longer taking these like Islamophobic, whatever, racist attacks and being like, and taking them seriously. Also, calling people like a communist and a socialist doesn't work anymore. That's not scary to people anymore, which I think is a huge plus. I think that's a huge plus. No credit for tonight. No credit for toning it down never happens. Well, yeah, that's the thing. And that's why I think he shouldn't have done it, because like no matter how many times he has said, I don't say that myself, I've never said that myself, no matter how many times that he has said he's going to be a mayor for everyone, no matter how many times he's done this, he never gets credit for it. It's never enough for everyone. People still call him, extremist. They still call him anti-Semitic. They still call him a terrorist. They still call him all of these things. And it's like, it doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter what he says. They're still going to do it. So that's why you have to stand on your ground. So I will say that was one part where I was like, I think he should have stood his ground on globalized intifada, but he didn't, and I think he should have. But like for everything else, he stood his ground, and he's like, no, I'm a democratic socialist, and I think capitalism is bad. And they really thought that they could come at him with that, and they didn't, and they couldn't, and it's kind of glorious. But this lady's hilarious. Okay. 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 So here's another person mad at this. They said Mehdi Hassan, Hassan Piker, Mahmoud Khalil, Jamal, and Jamal Bowman. Why do they keep leaving out Prem Talker? Prem Talker is awesome. Stop leaving him out. Mehdi Hassan, Hassan Piker, Mahmoud Khalil, Jamal Bowman, and Prem Talker at Zohran's victory party last night. Nightmare blunt rotation. Are you kidding me? Nightmare. That's like a dream. Are you kidding me? What? Mehdi Hassan? Come on, stop it. Drew Pavlo. Mehdi Hassan moved to America in 2015, just 5 years after delivering a speech which compared non-Muslims to cattle. If I'm not mistaken, he has apologized. Apparently he's had speeches before that were like bad, and he's apologized. I don't care, man. I care about the work that he's doing right now, and Zateo and Mehdi Hassan are doing amazing work right now, so I don't care. Hassan Piker was an anchor baby. Jesus Christ. But he spent his entire youth in Turkey as the son of a top Islam. How much more racist can this get? Like, how racist can they get? Son of Islamist businessman who helped co-found an Islamist political party that hosted events with the political leader Hamas. I don't think any of that is true. I don't think that is true. Mahmoud Khalil moved to the U.S. in 2022. He openly oh my God. He openly defends Hamas on the October 7 massacres and has helped organize protests for the destruction of the U.S. empire. Wonderful. I love him. Okay. And he did not sit here and openly defend Hamas or October 7th. He has never done that. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. I think it's a good thing. Yes. The U.S. empire. Yes. I watched Hassan Piker's live stream from the event. He kept referring to himself as a Turkish Muslim socialist. And he responded to Zohran's victory by declaring it a tragedy that the USA defeated the Soviet Union in the Cold War. AOC hugged him right before that. They're losing their minds. Oh God. So he's using this as as an excuse to be like, yeah, we need to get rid of immigration. Okay. I see. Legal migration to the U.S. keeps producing major political figures who openly despise the United States, major political figures within massive ethnic and religious resentment towards the majority of the population of the country. Boo-hoo, cry harder. Boo-hoo, cry harder. Boo-hoo, cry harder. Okay. Oh, okay. This is a wonderful clip. Jennifer Welch was also there. I love her. She looks so beautiful. Wonderful. Love her so much. And she just makes them so mad. She makes the conservatives so mad, and I am so here for it. Okay, so we're gonna watch this real quick. Socialist, fascist, commie. I hear Zohran is honestly he's just everything. He's everything. Any word, any whatever, just throw it. He's all of it. Islamic and Islamist are the same word for them, honestly. They don't know what half the shit they're saying means. Like earlier there was this TikTok I saw and she was like, you guys are so happy. You guys, all these people who voted for Zohran are so happy. And I'm like, oh, I hope all the rich people leave. She's like, do you not know what what socialism is? Do you not know that you are advocating to tax the rich? And what if they're not here? What if they move? Then how are you going to pay for your agenda? Okay, first of all, they're not moving, and you don't understand what satire is. Like, you're so mad that you're not understanding what satire is, okay? They're laughing at the millionaires and billionaires because they know they won't leave, because they know they're not going to leave, okay? Because they're not. I'm sorry. They're not going to leave New York. They're just not. And all of the people, all of the like mass exodus or whatever from California to Texas that happened, a lot of people are moving out of Texas now. A lot of people actually hated it and realized red states are not governed well, okay? Like, living in red states my whole life, I can tell you, they're like, oh wow, shit, okay, maybe red states aren't governed well. And so now a lot of people are moving out of Texas. So this whole like, oh, they're gonna leave, it's gonna be a max exodus, it's just bullshit. It's such bullshit. And even when people were saying, oh, I left California, whatever the hell, they are moving out of Texas now. So all that to say that like it's such bullshit, and they're mad, and they're like, oh, you socialists are crazy, you don't understand what you're doing. It's wonderful. I love it. Okay, so this is Jennifer Welch, and she has made people very mad. So she said, Jennifer Welch to Mehdi Hasan at Zohran's victory party. Americans have no culture except for multiculturalism. Crusty white people need to learn how to embrace it. She made them so mad. Okay, racial... this motherfucker again. Okay, racial resentment towards white people and white culture is objectively a major feature of leftist politics in the West now. Third worldist race communism. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You can still win a lot of votes from white people based on this platform because so many white people hate themselves. Bro, I honestly, I'm white, and I can tell you what culture, like literally what culture. I don't even know, like they're like, I don't like, I'm like half Scottish, Irish, there's some German in me, you know, I mean, I'm all sorts of things, whatever. But like, I don't know anything about them. I don't claim any of that. I'm not, you know, I'm just like, it's so funny when white people are like, I can't believe you say that. I can't believe that. It's like, we don't really have any like culture except for capitalism. And like, that is essentially our culture. That's what we're grown up in, is like capitalism and basically just like dog eat dog world to survive. And you know, that's what we're taught. And like individualism in such a isolating way. That is our culture in America. Like that's white culture in America. Like that's what it is. It's so funny. Okay. This is what she said. Let's watch the video because I'm sure it's hilarious. Okay, it's hard to hear because it's very loud.
Right now, it would be boring as shit. I've grown up in those circles. Everybody needs some spice and some color in their lives. Life's a lot better. That's the coolest thing about America. Americans have no culture except for multiculturalism.
Well said.
And we need to teach people how to embrace that. These crusty white people need to learn how to embrace it.
Oh God, I love her. I love her so much. She's so amazing. You all the bits of awesome, Liz. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, Jen was talking about that on I Had It. Yes. I love her so much. Okay, we're gonna do my saved ones because I think I bookmarked and saved a lot of good ones. Okay, so this is what the White House posted earlier. When I saw this earlier, I thought it was so funny. Because I'm like, wow, they're really mad, aren't they? They're so mad. They're so mad. They're coping so hard that they have to post a picture of the last election. Oh God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The map that made the left cry, never forget. This is the White House. This is the White House account, by the way, too. Just to put that out there. Things have gotten so insane that, like, earlier when Caitlin Collins was talking about Trump's reaction, she's like, well, you know, he hasn't posted anything online for the past 4 hours. That's kind of unusual. That's literally how insane things gotten. That we're so accustomed to Trump having meltdowns on Truth Social that when he doesn't, it's like, oh, crazy. It's like kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Why hasn't he done that yet? Oh God, it's so funny. Okay, so that's what he posted. I gotta find a video because it just said I have my charger plugged in. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, anyway, I'll figure it out. Okay, so we'll watch this. Zohran Won wins the New York City mayoral election. Congratulations to AOC and Ilhan Omar for officially taking control of the Democratic Party and installing your guy as NYC mayor. I look forward to holding your awful policies accountable. Oh God, they're so funny. Okay.
Congresswoman, do you agree with Zohran that we should globalize the Antifada? You were just with them this morning.
Antifada.
You guys had a very nice breakfast.
Antifada. They don't even know how to say it.
I saw your sign.
Okay, I'm gonna try to plug my computer in real quick. 1 second.
Congresswoman, do you agree with Zohran that we should globalize the Antifada? You were just with them this morning. You guys had a very nice breakfast. I saw you. I saw your sign.
Congresswoman Maynard, the future leader of the Democrat Party.
Congresswoman, do you agree with Zohran that we should globalize the Antifada? You were just with them this morning. You guys had a very nice breakfast. I saw you. I saw your sign.
Okay.
Congresswoman Maynard, the future leader of the Democrat Party.
They don't even know how to say it right. It's so funny to try to get to watch all these people try to say Antifada. They're like Antifada, enchilada. Okay. I don't know why. I think my computer's charging. If it just stops, then I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure my computer's charging. I don't know. It's very strange. Okay. Anyway, happy Socialist New York Day. Woo! My town voted against a public pool because of taxes. That's crazy. I am so sorry. That's kind of insane. Oh my God. That's what I hate is like, everyone's like, oh, I want everything to, like, I want less crime. I want a better place too. But they never want to invest in they never want to invest in their communities. They never want to invest in where they live. And so they're like, no, I love where I live. That's why we gotta cut the taxes and regulations. Like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. So I hate that everyone, like, no one wants to invest in their own community. So I'm sorry, that sucks. Crying like that's grass, not people. Oh God. It's so funny. Okay, so they think that was like Laura, that lured AOC. Sure. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Serious post. My kid is having anxiety that Mom Donnie won. I'm trying to calm him down and saying it's going to be fine, but he doesn't believe me. I have no idea what to do. Why does your kid know who he is? Oh God, this is so funny. I made up a scary monster and convinced my kid that it was real, and now he's freaking out. Oh God, it was just so stupid. Okay. Oh, and this is the crazy lady. All right, so why do we continue to be our own worst enemies? Let's listen to her. She's psychotic.
Guys, I am fuming. I see this post just now from Ben Platt, who is supposed to be one of our most famous Jewish representatives, who has repeatedly exploited his Jewish identity for his career, and he's been extremely successful.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What have you been doing? This lady's insane. This lady is so crazy, like pro-Israel. Like, she is psychotic, okay? She is psychotic, all right? She's like a Michael Rappaport level psychotic, all right? And now she's like, I can't believe that he is being like, oh, I'm Jewish and I'm voting for Mamdani. I can't believe it. What are you doing? Like, what have you been doing? Have you not been using your Jewish identity to go against him? Is that not what you've been doing? Have you not been doing that? What have you been doing?
And he's extremely talented, and he has a huge following. And he's talking about his support for Zohran Mamdani, a whole Substack about why he is supporting Mamdani. I am so angry because he has followers who will listen to him. And Zohran Mamdani is the biggest danger in our entire lifetime to the Jewish people in America.
That is not true at all. It's so funny how much people want to villainize him. And I'm actually really excited because I know a lot of people are skeptical. Even like people who support him are very skeptical if he can like get all of this stuff done. And I understand the skepticism, but I don't know if it's just like me being really hopeful. And I know he's going to have a lot of hurdles to go over, but I just got to say, I believe in him. Like, maybe I'm not, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm too naive, but I do, like, I actually believe he's going to fight to get these things done. And, I think he's going to make people's lives better. And, I hope that people see that and acknowledge that. And, I hope she cries harder when it happens.
And the fact that we have a strong Jewish voice supporting him is psychotic. And it's going to get so bad in New York City after Zohran Mamdani becomes mayor. Ben Platt will have contributed to his win and to the danger that my family is put in. And so, yeah, I'm pissed off. This is life or death. And Ben Platt is siding with the people who are going to endanger all of us. And that is unforgivable. And there is absolutely zero excuse for that.
She's so insane. She is so insane. Like, she's so insane. Oh my God. Okay. I'm happy she's so upset. Okay. Election night cope thread. Pam Bondi had more than enough time to investigate Zohran Mamdani. Remember that? Remember when they were trying to strip his citizenship from him? Pam Bondi has had more than enough time to investigate Zohran Mamdani's naturalization documents and didn't. I'm so sick of this. So you're just saying that you just want to deport people, or you just want to strip people of their citizenship, literally like fascist shit, because you can't beat him. Okay. And then this guy says, I'm working on it. Okay, sure. Craig Abbott, join me for a moment of silence for NYC. Thoughts and prayers. And then this was the New York Post. God, I really wish I could get... Apparently these are like really hard to get in New York right now. They're like selling off the shelves. And I don't blame them. I would totally buy this. Because it's iconic. On your marks. On your marks, get set, Zoe. Socialist Mamdani wins race for mayor. The red apple. And I love how they like call him a socialist, but then put like... the hammer and sickle with him because they think communism and socialism is the same thing. Anyway, they don't know. Anyway, another one. When I was little, I dreamed of living in NYC. Now I don't ever want to visit. I'm so grateful I don't live in NYC. This is so crazy to me. Because honestly, he's going to make it a better place. He's going to make it a better place to live. And I want to live in it. Like, I've wanted to live in New York for a really long time, but now I'm like, no. Maybe now there'll be like more affordable apartments in like a year. Maybe like in a year they'll have some type of affordable apartments, hopefully. And I can try to move there because I love New York, but I do think that's hilarious. Yeah, they're upset. Okay, so this. First conciliatory, then just lashing out, like 4 minutes apart. So this is a councilwoman. I don't know. I don't want to butcher her name. To everyone who voted for this radical jihadist, Jesus Christ, they're so racist. Okay, radical jihadist freak show of a candidate. Don't come crying to us rational people when widespread anti-Semitism, food insecurity, and total breakdown of public safety come to your doorstep. Here's to hoping the real Donald Trump will be willing to, okay, whatever. Bro, you know what's so funny to me is that they're trying to do this like Red Scare shit at a time where things suck so badly that those arguments are not working, because all of the things that they're trying to fearmonger people with are currently happening under capitalism. All of that is currently happening under capitalism. People have food insecurity under capitalism. People are getting laid off every day. We have horrible unemployment. People are not able to, like, are living week to week, are living paycheck to paycheck. Groceries are unaffordable. They're cutting SNAP benefits. So all of these things that you're saying, that you're trying to fearmonger people with, that, oh, socialism is going to create bread lines, and are all things that are happening under capitalism. And that's why this shit's not working anymore. That's why the whole Red Scare, socialist, communist scare shit is not working anymore, because all of this stuff that they've been fear-mongering with is currently happening under capitalism. This is what she said next. The bottom line, Zohran Mamdani is going to be mayor, and I'm a member of the city council. I'll work with... Oh, so this was the first one, I guess, and that was the second one. Okay, so this was the conciliatory one. For the sake of the city and deliver results for my district, but best believe I will fight like hell against the destructive policies he pushes through. Okay, girl. Okay, this one's really funny. Okay, so my favorite thus far. This guy is hilarious. Okay, he's yelling at Curtis Lewa.
I'll send it to him because he yelled at me today. Good. Hey, Curtis, you're a fucking scumbag, like I said all along, all of these months. You fucking got 8% of the vote. You split the fucking vote for the $7 million. You were a scumbag. I hope every New Yorker spits in your fucking face every single day. You fucking sold out like fucking... Judas sold out fucking Jesus for the 30 fucking coins and silver. Go fuck yourself.
And that was at the Cuomo party. Oh my god, I love this so much. And the funniest part is that even if Curtis Lewa did drop out, Zohran still would have won. And the other funny part about this is Eric Adams dropped out and still got votes. Because he dropped out too late. So they're sitting here and they're blaming Sliwa. But Cuomo just was never going to win. He just was not going to win, and no one seems to comprehend that. No one wants to comprehend that. I was watching Breaking Points. Like, it was so funny. Yesterday, I was watching Hassan. I was watching The Majority Report. I was watching Breaking Points. I was watching, like, the PBS live stream. I had, like, 4 different things up, right? I had a Majority Report on my TV. I had Hassan on my phone. I had, like, 2 different tabs up on my laptop. Crazy. But I think during Breaking Points, Sagar was like, I think they were talking about how even if Sliwa dropped out, Zohran still would have won. And he was like, wow, I just have to like rethink everything that I thought. Like that's just like breaking my brain right now. Oh God, what a good day. Okay, so this is the one that I really wanted to get to. So Jordan Ewell made like a compilation of all of the meltdowns. So I definitely want to watch that. ANCAP works so well in Argentina. I know. Anarcho-capitalism, yeah, works so well. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm excited. So this is the compilation that Jordan Ewell made.
Congratulations to Zohran Mondami.
Well, you can't imagine how disappointed I am. This is a horrible blow.
I honestly feel bad. I have friends of mine in New York. My phone is blowing up. They are officially depressed and scared.
And this was also a hostile takeover by the Democratic Socialists of America.
Hell yeah!
This is a crazy situation. It's a very, very sad night.
Made him the stylish candidate as well.
Exactly. The rapping video.
The cool kid.
Older people. This isn't just Gen Z or
I
Gen
agree.
X.
I
There are
agree with you. 100%.
boomers and that kind of thing. Who?
Yeah, I see this as a disaster for New York City. And
Zohran Mondami. All right. Well, I want to bring in our panel. They'll cheer me up. They'll cheer all of us up.
Congratulations to
Oh my God, it's just
Zohran.
so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see the worst people just like have a crash out. It's honestly amazing and I love it. Another person who's crashing out is George Santos. He said, F you, Curtis Lewa. I hate you. Your dumb wife and that stupid Beretta of yours and all your effing cats. Oh God, he's such a train wreck. Okay, now let's. This was funny. So this is Hassan. He said he's so happy. This is what I want to see. This is what Hillary Clinton just said. More people voted in New York City's election this year than they have in 50 years. That's a win for democracy and a testament to Zohran Mondami's inspiring campaign. Congratulations to the next mayor of the greatest city of the world. She said this after he won. After the day before, like kind of like distancing herself and being like, well, you know, I don't know, you might be anti-Semitic. And then she says this. Okay. I am giving none of these centrists any kind of like leeway. No. You did not support him before. F you. That's where I'm at. Okay, so there was a funny video and I really want to find it and it's, okay. Okay, so this is what Michael Rappaport posted after he won. This person screaming no, and then this is Waj laughing, which I think is hilarious. Michael Rappaport, let's open. I'm going to open a new tab of Michael Rappaport because I want to see what he's been posting because I'm sure it's quite hilarious. Okay. So that's what Michael Rappaport posted. He's very upset. Let's see what I wanted to. There's a I love this picture. Woke is back. Okay, I'm trying to find. There's a video of him and his wife finding out that Dick Cheney died right before they were about to vote. And it's the funniest video I've seen in such a long time. I know I saved it. I'm trying to find it. It was so funny. I have so much saved on here. Everyone's reacting to Michael Rappaport. This is such a cute picture. Damn. Okay, I wish I had it because it was so funny. He was in line. Him and his wife were in line, and they were going to. This is all the stuff I've saved because I was so excited last night. Kyle Kalinski's on a tear. He said, "Rest in piss, MAGA bozos. Woke is back." Kyle Kalinski is on a tear, man. It's wonderful. Okay, so God, it has to be in here somewhere. This is probably not fun at all. I'm just over here like, can I find it? Okay, I don't have it. But there's a video of him and his wife and they're voting and they tell him that Dick Cheney just died. And he just like looks at the camera and he's like, oh. And then his wife just goes like this. And then they just move on to the next thing and start voting. It's great. I'm not doing it due diligence. I'm sorry. That was just a waste of my time. But it was quite funny. Okay, so this is cute. This was Jennifer Welch and Hassan at the party last night. She's so pretty.
Always. These are, people don't understand. They keep telling me like, oh, have you seen these ladies? And I'm like, have I seen these lady.
Our first fan.
I ride for them. I'm a day one.
I do remember when they were promoting their podcast and everyone was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna be like conservative, or what is this podcast? And everyone was like, there was so much buzz around it. And then people were watching it and we were like, oh my God, they're amazing. They're based. I love the I've Had It ladies. They're wonderful. So apparently everyone's mad at the ballot, and so Elon Musk is getting mad. He said the New York City ballot form is a scam. No ID is required. Other mayoral candidates appeared twice. Cuomo's name is in the last and the bottom right. Yeah, because he's running as an independent, because he wasn't a candidate, because he wasn't like a prominent candidate. Vivek Ramaswamy is coping. Let's hear what he has to say. This is what
we got our asses handed to us.
This is his advice.
In New Jersey, Virginia.
After getting their ass handed to them.
We got our asses handed to us in New Jersey, Virginia, and New York City. Democrats swept all three. There's 2 key lessons for Republicans. Listen carefully. Number 1, our side needs to focus on affordability. Make the American dream affordable. Bring down costs, electric costs, grocery costs, healthcare costs, and housing costs, and lay out how we're going to do it. And number 2, cut out the identity politics. It does.
That is the funniest one to me. We'll finish this. That's the funniest one to me, though.
Doesn't suit Republicans. It's not for us. That's the woke left's game, not ours. We don't care about the color of your skin or your religion.
Bro, he knows that that's a lie. He knows that that's a lie. And people have been responding to him being like, oh, this immigrant wants to tell us how to live in America and what America is. Bro, they don't like you. You are in the leopards eat your face party, and the leopards are eating your face, okay? That's why anytime you go somewhere, anytime you try to campaign, because he's running for governor, anytime you try to do that, everyone comes up to you and is like, well, how do you expect us to vote for you as a Republican when you're not Christian? I will never understand people who are in the Republican Party who are minorities and like queer people and just people that the right oppresses and does not like and goes after and uses as scapegoats. I will never understand them trying to be a part of the party. I will never understand them thinking that they will be one of them, because you will not. You will not. You are never going to be one of them. They are never going to accept you. And it's just not going to happen. And yet you're sitting here and you're saying, hey, we need to not do the identity politics. We need to not do the identity politics. Dude, that's all Republicans do. That's all you have. The reason that people push back on you is because you're the ones using trans people as scapegoats. You're the ones using immigrants as scapegoats. You're the ones who are saying DEI like a slur. You are the ones doing that. Conservatives are the ones doing that. That is your whole platform. And yet you are running on that platform as a brown man who is not Christian, and you think that somehow you are going to be accepted. And maybe in previous years they would have bit their tongue and voted for you anyway, but they are not doing that right now. They are not. They are going full fascist, white supremacist. Like this is what's happening, and you still think you have a place in this party, and you don't. And they were never going to accept you. They never will accept you. And I think he's learning that right now. Like, he's been learning that as he's going out and campaigning, because people keep asking him these crazy questions. And I think a lot of the questions they're asking him are racist as hell. But he's still sitting here trying to run on this platform. And he's like, oh, we don't need to do the identity politics. We need to just stop with that. And it's like, dude, they're doing it towards you. They're literally doing it towards you. Like, it's just, God, it's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. Santos is the theater kid sidekick in every movie, honestly. I always mix up Laura Ingraham and Lauren Southern, but I remember one of them told them they wouldn't vote for him for president since he was Indian. Yes. No, I think that was actually Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter said that he was on her podcast and she literally said to his face that I like you and I like your policies, but I would never vote for you because you're Indian. That is literally what Ann Coulter said to his face. How do you sit there and try to have any, like, how do you sit there with, like, and not just realize you are selling your soul to these people? You have lost so much dignity. Like, are you not ashamed of yourself for sitting here and taking this shit? For sitting here and trying to lay in a bed with these people? To try to be in this party with these people who look at you and will never accept you? Like, it just boggles my mind. And there's so many queer people who do it too. And it just boggles my mind. It boggles my mind because I will never understand it. There's tons of white women do it too. White women are the worst offenders of this. But it just, I just don't understand. I just don't understand because it's like, they don't want you, man. They don't want you. They're not going to accept you. They're not going to stop going after you. They're not going to stop going after the people around you, your family, your friends. They're not going to stop doing that. They're not going to stop doing that because this is a white nationalist movement. And you seem to think that you can somehow succeed in that. And they are not going to let you. Listen, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Internalized colonialism. Yeah, you're right. It is internalized colonialism. You're completely right. And I also think I also think, especially for Vivek Ramaswamy, I think it's also just like him being like a capitalist, him being like an entrepreneur and stuff like that. And so he's doing this all in the name of, lower taxes and less regulation and wanting to hoard wealth. And that's his sacrifice that he's making for people to be completely blatantly racist to him and him have to like shrug it off and excuse it off. And that's the sacrifice he's making. That's the trade he's making right now. And he is a scammer. Yeah. JD's wife, she's getting barbecued. Honestly, and I really do think he's going to leave. I really do think he's going to leave her. Like, I definitely think he's going to leave her because I do think he wants to be president. And I think before he tries to run, if he gets to run or whatever the hell happens, because who knows, I do think he's going to, I think she's going to be gone before that point. Like, I do not think that he is going to be with her. I don't because I think he knows the electorate would not do that. And I think he knows that they wouldn't vote for him. And I don't put it like, I think JD Vance is that type of person. I think he would leave his wife just to be able to get elected president. And everyone thinks Erica Kirk is vying for that position. And I think she might be because I saw those pictures with her hand in his hair, and that is weird as hell, man. Friends don't do that. I have never grabbed my friend's hair like that when I hug them. That's weird. That is a weird thing. That is very strange, okay? That's not normal. That's not friend behavior. And if I was Usha, I'd be losing my goddamn mind. I would have lost my shit, okay? I would have lost my shit. But, listen, she's not an innocent bystander in this either, though, okay? Zateo just did a piece on that, how, like, everyone's like, oh, poor Usha, but she's not an innocent bystander in this. Like, she chose this, okay? She could have left him. She could have not wanted to be a part of this. She chose this. She wants to be a part of it because, she thinks, didn't she clerk for, like, Scalia or something? Like, she's not an innocent bystander in this situation, all right? Politics trending as communist right now. That's so funny. Okay, let's see what else is funny. I think we went through a lot of it. We went through a lot of the funny things, all of the funny crash outs. This is a picture of Emma and Sam. They're so cute. I really like this picture. Let's see. Yeah, that was about it, I think. That was about it. That's what I had saved. All right, so I think there's one more video that I want to watch. I have so much up right. Like, I have so many tabs up right now. I have so many tops up right now. She has so much white hair right now. She really does. She really does. You can tell she's stressed, right? And I just want to know, like, what her family thinks of this, and what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do people in their family think? What do the people around them think? What do their friends think? Like, how are people in their, like, personal lives reacting to this, you know? Because I'm sure it must be isolating, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are probably like, hey, why are you going along with this? Why are you doing this? Like, why, like, he's saying a lot of insane shit. Why are you okay with this? And I'm sure it's a very isolating, stressful situation. But yeah. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. I do want to see. Let's see. Okay. Stephen A. Smith, let's watch this video. The kids. No, I feel so bad for their kids, and honestly, their kids are gonna, like, grow up hating them. Like, I think that's what a lot of conservative parents, like, don't realize, or don't, like, don't think about, is when they raise their kids and they see, like, their kids grow up to realize, like, what they believe or what they want or the policies they agree with. Like, I think when kids, like, grow up and realize that, they start to be like, oh shit, that's kind of, like, crazy. Like, why do you believe that, you know? And I think a lot of conservative parents try to, like, bring you up in, like, their image, you know, and they want you to be, like, a mini them, and, like, that's their, like, goal in life. Not all conservative parents, but, like, I do think that there's like a, especially, like, conservative women and, like, like, white women, I feel like they tend to want to bring their children up as, like, mini me's, and, like, that's their whole point of having children, is for them to be, like, a mini me, and for them to kind of, like, control their lives, you know? And what they don't realize is that, like, later in life, they're probably going to, like, those are the same kids that are probably going to, like, rebel and be, like, the most, like, socialist, like, you know, like they are going to rebel against you, and they're going to, especially when it comes to, like, JD Vance and Usha, the amount of power they have and the amount of damage that they're doing. I'm sure their kids are going to, like, hate them when they're older. And I think that's probably likely. Ruben's kids, 100% Ruben's kids. I feel so bad for all these fascist people's kids, because these kids did not choose this, okay? And they're gonna have to grow up thinking this is normal, and hopefully they're able to get out of it. I really do think they will. I think a lot of these kids are gonna end up, like, hating them and actually being quite the opposite of what their parents are. But who knows? I could be wrong. You know, they could also want the power, but we'll see. Okay, let's watch this. Let's watch this real quick. So this is Stephen A. Smith on Fox News. Let's see what he has to say.
All right, this is a Fox News alert. We are monitoring the House floor in Washington, D.C. as voting on Donald Trump's one big, beautiful bill.
Wait. I'm sorry. When was this posted? Why can't I see when this was posted? Why can't I see when this was posted? Why won't it tell me? Okay, well, this is really funny, because this is what they were talking about during the election, which is quite hilarious.
It is expected to begin at any moment. There'll be a series of votes. One test vote will bring you the results live as they pour in. First, we turn to New York City, where Marxist Mamdani is now the Democratic nominee for mayor, and President Trump had something to say about this.
Wait. Is this old? Okay, maybe this is old. Maybe I'm just silly. Maybe this is old. Okay, let's watch this one. I think that was old, and it just came up as new. Okay, here, let's watch this.
Brand new Atlas Intel poll. It's weird about Atlas because nobody really knows who they are, but the polling is extremely accurate. It shows Zohran Marxist Mamdani hemorrhaging support, now just up by less than 5 points. Mamdani spent the weekend campaigning at nightclubs across the city because apparently communism sounds a lot better after you've been drinking. Take a look.
He went to the gay bars, man. He went to the gay bars. Bro, it was so fucking iconic. So iconic. So iconic.
Poppy Juice, how we doing?
Hell yeah!
How we doing, Poppy Juice?
Oh my god.
So I want to know, are you ready to win this race? Are you ready to beat Andrew Cuomo?
Yeah!
Are you ready to make history?
Everyone hangs out.
I love how they post that and think it's like a own because they call him commie. And no, you can see just how popular he is.
On a weekend of poppy juice campaigning. Anyway, Democrats have been searching for new life, new energy since Obama left office. Unfortunately, Mamdani comes with a lot of serious baggage. Obviously, first and foremost, his beliefs are beyond radical and insane. He wants to turn our country into the old Soviet Union.
You know, it's so funny. It's so funny and so funny because sometimes when you hear what, like when I talk to like my parents or people in my family about what they think about certain politicians, it's so funny to me because they think that he's like this. They're like, oh God, these people are so radical. They're just so radical and crazy. And I'm like, bro, I don't think they're that radical. Like, I think a lot of what they want is like very reasonable, moderate things. Like, I just, like, I don't, like, I do think Zohran is probably much more like leftist and socialist than like he is willing to like that he is going to like admit to everyone in this moment, you know? And I will say that, and I will say that even now when he's standing strong and saying, oh, I'm a democratic socialist, and is like standing strong on his beliefs, I still think he is probably toning it a bit down from what he like actually truly believes at the core, you know? I do think I do think like in their terms, he's probably much more radical than he's putting out there. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying. But what he's advocating for, his platforms are not like radical. Like universal childcare is not radical. Free transit is not radical. Having affordable housing and freezing the rent is not a radical thing. It's happened before in New York. And so like a lot of his campaign promises are not radical at all. They're actually pretty moderate if you were going to go to like a European country. But in America, it's so... In America, we're so far gone that like those things are seen as like radical, communist, socialist, blah, 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 blah. And it just makes people lose their minds. And so it's funny talking to people who are conservatives because they hear this and that's where they're getting that from. That's why they think all this is insane and crazy and radical and oh my God, and they like freaking out, you know? Even though it's not that. If you look at the bigger picture, it's not like radical, it's not crazy, but they think it is, and Marxist, exactly, and Marxist, and Marxist. But I do think, because one last thing, I won't keep watching this. I was having a conversation. I think it was with my mom, and it was someone. It was either my mom or my dad, and we were talking about Zohran, and I was like, yeah, like, I definitely think that he is toning down what he really thinks a bit. Like, I do think he probably is much more, like, leftist than he's coming off at this point. Yes, I do. But I think that's because he's smart and he's trying to talk to people in a way that like won't scare them, you know? And I think he did a really good job of it. I think he did a really good job of explaining things in terms that people would understand and are not scared of and would agree with, that were, you know, leftist ideals. And so I think he was very, very good at that. But but they were like, so you admit it. So you admit that he's like a socialist, Marxist, whatever, and he's just toning it down for the election. And I was like, well, I didn't say that. I guess like, yeah, do I think he's more of, do I think, like, I mean, I guess I did admit it, but I don't think he's some crazy, like, he's not crazy. He's not going to destroy anything. He's not like insane. He's just a democratic socialist, and that's like moderate in other countries. And so I think it's funny that Fox News has primed so many people into thinking that universal childcare and free transit is somehow like communism. It's quite funny. He said seize the media productions, that is Marxist. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying he's Marxist. Yeah, no, I do think he's Marxist. That's something I do think that he probably has much more, in their terms, radical views than he is willing to like completely admit right now, which is understandable. I understand. But he's still standing on business and what he believes in, which I think is a good thing. And he's not backing down from the socialist label, which I think is a good thing as well. But yeah, I do think that he's probably a lot more to the left than he's coming off, which is really funny because everyone's like, oh my God, he's a communist, and everyone is like freaking the F out with how he's presenting himself right now, you know? So it is kind of funny.
He talks about the elimination of private property, government controlling the means of production, higher taxes on white people.
There you go.
And in the past,
Did you say higher taxes on white people? He said higher taxes on white people.
Called for the NYPD to be totally defunded, hates the police. And of course, he wants to send in the social workers. We have shown you over and over.
I feel like this is just like an ad for him. I feel like they're just glazing him at this point. Like, these are all just wonderful things. I love all of this.
What he has posted. Second, Mamdani faces serious allegations about being anti-Semitic and anti-American, unwilling many times to condemn the call for global intifada against the Jews. It doesn't help that radical Islamist Linda Sarsour is now bragging about the important role she will play if Mamdani's elected. She told her followers she will, quote, hold Zohran accountable and tell him what to do when he is in office. As a quick reminder, Linda Sarsour was forced to resign as an organizer of the Women's March over bigoted anti-Semitic remarks, like blaming the, quote, Jew.
It's so funny when they talk about, like, people on the left and they're like, oh, they said this anti-gay remark. Can you believe it? That's so bigoted. Bro, that's literally, like, your everyday. That's your everyday. That is your everyday on this planet. You say insane shit, and then you're like, hey, look, she's anti-gay, which I don't even know. This probably isn't even true, and I definitely don't believe the anti-Semitism stuff because she obviously is probably anti-Israel, and so I don't believe any of this. But yeah.
Jewish media for her terrible reputation. Needless to say, radicals like Sarsour, Mamdani are toxic. Outside of Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens, and even Barack Obama, he couldn't even bring himself to endorse New York City's Democratic nominee. Anyway, Chucky Schumer also refused to back Mamdani. Now, it is official. It appears Schumer's days as a senator are numbered.
They are,
he is a leader in name only and hated by the base of his party. Take a look.
Yes, and I hope he gets primaried.
Now, Hakeem Jeffries, your leader, has somewhat reluctantly, but has endorsed Zohran Mamdani. Chuck Schumer still has not. Why do you think Chuck Schumer has not endorsed Zohran Mamdani?
I really don't know. It makes no sense. We as Democrats have always believed that in an election, we support our party's nominee. Schumer has
vote blue no
pressured
matter who,
other
baby.
Democrats to do
I thought
just
they were
that.
saying vote blue no matter
And he
who,
should be
baby.
following his
What?
own
What
advice.
happened?
No matter
What
how
happened?
far radical left Schumer runs, he will never, ever outflank the actual communists that represent.
That's the other thing. That's the funniest part about all this. On top of like going crazy over Zohran, they have been calling Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they have been calling them communists and radical leftists for the past few years. And so now when someone like Zohran comes on the scene, they're like, well, he's the actual radical leftist. Like, he's actually the radical. So then what are Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer? So then what are they? If, like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever what they're saying. None of it makes sense.
At the base of his party. Not going to outflank the squad, AOC, Mamdani. They are the true leaders of this new radicalized Democratic Party. Now, if Mamdani wins tomorrow,
I hope so.
He will be the true face of the new radicalized Democratic Party nationwide. But Hakeem Jeffries still doesn't see the writing on the wall, or probably more likely sees it and doesn't want to say the quiet part out loud. He's in denial. Take a look.
And then the mayor of the city in which you live, New York, you've already cast your ballot for mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani. Do you see Mamdani as the future of the Democratic Party?
No, I think the future of the Democratic Party is going to fall, as far as we're concerned, relative to the House Democratic Caucus and members who are doing a great work all across the country as it relates to our need to both take back control of the House, but in doing so, make sure that we're communicating to the American people like we understand you deserve better than the country that you have received.
Well, like Schumer, Hakeem is a leader in name only. And now the truth is, it really doesn't matter what he believes. On a similar note, longtime political advisor, Crazy Carvel, our old friend James, he can discount his party's extremist base all he wants. It's not going to change a thing. It is too late.
I really, it's so funny because every time Republicans talk about the left, they're like, these radical leftists are in charge and the moderate Democrats are so scared. And oh my God, I was like, man, I wish. I wish the Democrats were everything the right said that they were. I wish. Listen, I do think though that though a lot of people coming out of this election are going to be like, it's the moderates did great, we're not going to focus on Zohran, whatever. I do think that they know, and I do think that they are a little scared or intimidated. And I do think that they see that candidates, politicians like Zohran can mobilize, can organize and win, even starting at 1%. And I think this shows that smaller candidates, and he did run on the Democratic ticket, so I don't know about third party, but candidates that are not your typical candidates, that are outside of the norm, candidates that are not your establishment, can mobilize, can organize, and can win. And I think that does scare them a little bit, and I honestly hope it does. I hope it does scare them, and I hope they do. I hope all of them get primaried. It would be a glorious day.
Radicalism, communism, socialism, even political violence. That is the new modern radicalized Democratic Party. And there are no really mainstream Democrats left aside from John Fetterman.
Okay, John Fetterman is not a Democrat anymore, okay? No. He's essentially conservative at this point. And that's why it's so funny to watch this, because it's this is so separate from reality. This is so separate from the reality. Half the people in Congress are mainstream Democrats. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Come on.
Had the courage to stand up against the radicals, now trying to burn it all down. According to, look at this political poll, this is from Politico, a significant number of Americans now believe that political violence is okay. And a majority of both parties are bracing for...
I love how we had to put that in. The majority of both parties. Also, who in that poll was it? It didn't say just Democrats. It didn't say, Democrats. Okay.
Or a coming political assassination in our country. But that's not stopping the party of hate, the party of radicalism, from doubling down on what I have been calling dehumanizing and frankly, rhetoric that goes so beyond the pale of their political...
Oh my God, I haven't watched right-wing media in a very long time. I've watched other people react to it and stuff, but I haven't legitimately sit down and watch this for a really long time. And it is wild to watch this because you get to see how people are so brainwashed in real time. None of this is real. None of this is reality. It's so funny. The party of hate. Their rhetoric is so insane. They say insane shit. You literally have Nazis in your party. You literally have Nazis in your party. There is a group of militarized men in our streets kidnapping people with no warrants, with no due process, with no nothing. We are holding people up in detention camps with no due process, no nothing. Their families don't know where they are. Again, there have been literal leaks of texts where people are saying they want to gas people and that they're okay with being called a Nazi. Y'all have let Nick Fuentes into the fold and he is a self-described Nazi. Like, it's so insane when you, like, but people really believe this. Like, people really believe that there are people on the right who really believe that the Democrats are the party of hate. And I've had these conversations and I feel insane every time I have these conversations because they're always like, well, the Democrats really just need to tone down their rhetoric. I just can't believe how, like, mean they are. And I feel like I'm losing my mind because I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? They're mean? They're ruthless? Where? Who? What? Huh? When? Point me to one person who is, like, had horrible rhetoric. What are you saying that is, like, mean to me? Oh, they're mean to me. Where? You guys are consistently talking about, like Marjorie Taylor Greene said she wanted to like execute Nancy Pelosi for treason and for some shit. Like, they made fun of Nancy Pelosi's husband when he got, like, a hammer to his head. Donald Trump's son wanted to dress up as Nancy Pelosi's husband for Halloween. There was that one girl who tried to run in Missouri and it didn't work. Now I think she's trying to run somewhere else, who just made a video of her shooting someone in the head. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The party of hate, the party of horrible rhetoric of extremism is you. Is you. Like, it's so backwards. It's like brain melting to watch, honestly.
Political opponents inciting even by saying Nazi, fascist, racist, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini. And no matter what happens tomorrow, the Democratic Party has a big problem ahead, and it's only going to get worse.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Oh, do they? Oh, God, it's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, God. Okay, Trump said Kamala was more leftist than Bernie. I know. It's so warped. Like, our idea of political ideology in this country is so warped. Like, it's just so backwards. What we think is, like, extreme leftist communism is, like, moderate in other countries. And it's just so, we've gone so far to the right, and we're so, I mean, this country has always been somewhat, like, right wing, I would say. Just, like, foundationally in how this country is founded. Like, I know a lot of people are always like, oh, the founders were for everybody. No, they were not. No, they were not. And I'm honestly sick of people saying it. They were not for everyone. And I'm sick of people being like, no, this is what this country was founded on. It was founded on in ideas only. It was never fully executed for everyone. And they're like, well, this is, the founders meant it to be, like, diverse and great. No, they didn't. I'm sorry. No, they didn't. But all that to say, we are so conditioned, like right-wing thoughts are so conditioned to us in this country. Like, we're just, like, automatically taught them. And a part of it is being such a capitalist country. And, like, we just don't, like, we're so far to the right already when it comes to that kind of stuff that when anyone talks about, like, any safety net, it's automatically socialism, communism, Marxism, like, the whole Red Scare. This was all nonsense. It really was. Like, if Antifa super soldiers existed, centrists will always deny the base. Yes. What about Manji, come on, Sean, do better. You are the dehumanizer incarnate. Yeah, exactly. Incarnated. Slave owners, diverse slave owners. I know. And like, I forgot who said it. I think it might have been like Mehdi Hassan or something. And I forgot who said it, but I feel like a lot of people always say that. They're like, well, this is, the founders meant it to be diverse, or the founders meant this, or the founders meant that. And like, I get the point that they're making, and I get that they're trying to, I get the point when like more lib, but I mean, Mehdi-san is progressive. I'm not saying he's a lib. I'm just saying when more like people who, you get what I'm saying. When people say stuff like that, it kind of bothers me a little bit, and I understand what the message they're trying to get out, and I understand like they're trying to appeal to more liberal centrist people when they're saying, oh, this is, the founders actually wanted diversity or whatever. And I understand the point they're trying to get across when they're saying that to people, and I'm sure it works for a good number of people. But for me, it always just like bugs me a bit. Like I always kind of cringe a little bit when people say that, because it's just not true. And like, I just think we need to stop like idolizing the founders and being like, no, they really did want rights for everyone, and like, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, no, I understand the Constitution. I understand the Bill of Rights. I understand that like those are documents that, put rights in there, and they say that everyone should be equal and everyone should have rights. But that was not the reality in the time that they wrote it. That was not the reality. That is not how it was executed. And it's never been how it's been executed. That has never been how America has been. And so I do think that some of the ideals are like good on paper, yeah, but we've never actually executed them and never actually followed through with them in America. And do I think we could? Maybe. But do I think that those were ever really our founding? Was that ever really the foundation of America? No, no, it wasn't. In religion, yes. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, sometimes it frustrates me sometimes, but I understand the point. When people do that, I understand the point they're making, and I understand like what they're trying to convey to people. And that's just the example they use. And I get it. And I understand why they do it. But just as someone who is like, as someone who had a history class where we went through the Constitution, we went through everything, and I had the teacher tell our class, he was like, the Constitution was not written for the everyday man. Like, that's not who it was written for. A lot of what was in there was written to protect the white property owners of that time. And to protect them like against the proletariat. And we don't look at it that way, but that is how it was written. That's how it was executed back in that time. And so, so college did make me a little woke. College was a little bit of my, there was a little bit of wokeness in my college, I guess. I had one class that was pretty woke. He was a great history teacher. Or just like civics teacher. But anyway, and so ever since learning that, and ever since like going through that, I've definitely had a different outlook on it. And so when people use that as like a crutch of like, well, the founders, I'm just kind of like, I get so sick of it. But I understand what they're trying to say, and they're trying to say that like, on the Statue of Liberty it says, give us your tired, give us your hungry, and we're not living up to that. But I don't think we've ever lived up to it. Anyway, Zohran won, and it's very exciting, and I have hope for the first time in a long time. I am not black-pilled for a long time. The statue is French, lol. I know. The French gave it to us, I know. And they're like, maybe we should take it back. And I'm like, please don't take it back. I haven't been there yet. I haven't seen the Statue of Liberty yet. But yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. And I think we should be happy, and I think we should celebrate, and I think we should take this and use this momentum and use this hope for the first time in a long time, and continue to fight. I know I just signed up to canvass for Cori Bush, and so I'm going to do that, and I'm very, very excited to do that. And I know she's asking for donations. I know Zohran's asking for donations now. Oh, that's something we didn't go over. He did talk about his transition team, and someone on his transition team, well, his transition team is all women, and Lena Khan is in his transition team. So I'm just very happy. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. Such a solid choice, such a great choice. And I love Lena Khan. She's amazing. And I'm very excited, and definitely will keep up to date on all of the transition stuff and what he's doing, because he's going to keep making videos and explaining to people what he's going to do. And I think that's really cool. What else? I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm hopeful for the first time in a long time. I'm sure on Sunday when we go live again, there's gonna be some depressing things that we're gonna have to cover, and I'm gonna have to come down from this, joy. But we can just at least celebrate right now, live in the moment right now, be happy right now, and use this as momentum to just keep pushing back and keep fighting back. And yeah, it felt nice to win, for once. I'm not gonna lie, it felt nice, all the other moderate Democrats and everything. I'm glad they won. I'm glad that the Republicans are coping and seething, that they lost literally every single race yesterday. That I'm happy about. But I think Zohran winning really is actually feels like a win for a lot of progressives and people on the left. That feels like such a win and it feels like such a long time coming, and it's just very exciting, very, very exciting. So we're definitely going to keep tabs on that. And yes, Lena Khan was the best, yes, and I am so excited that she's going to be on his team. I am very, very I am very excited for his mayorship or whatever. I'm very excited for this because I really do think he's going to deliver. And so I'm very excited. And of course, he's still going to need a lot of support and a lot of people to push Kathy Hochul in the right direction. And so there's going to be some hurdles, but I do think I do have a lot of faith for once. He is the first person that's been able to give me hope for once. For real. Cool. Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I'm excited to see who else is on his team. I'm excited to see who else he's going. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes. And so we'll see what happens, and we'll keep up to date with it. And I'm gonna go live again on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll probably cover more meltdowns, and then we're probably gonna have to cover ICE because ICE just arrested someone, but I didn't want to talk about that today because today was a happy day. And Sunday we'll go back to talking about not fun things. Stopped the Kroger merger, keeping grocery prices down. Yes, she is she's amazing. She's amazing. I love Lena Khan, and that was a real win. That was a real win to get her. And it was really funny because I was watching Hassan last night, and he was talking to her about hey, what are you gonna do next? Everyone's really excited. Everyone loves you. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna run for something? She was like, no, I'm just teaching my kids, because she's a teacher. And she's like, no, I'm just teaching my kids. I'm just doing that for right now. I'm good with that for right now. And then literally this morning, it was so funny. I watched the press conference in real time. She walked out with him, and I started screaming. I was like, Lena Khan, that's Lena Khan. I was like, she was talking to Hassan last night, and she totally just was so nonchalant about it. And then this morning she's with him and she's on his team. Oh, it was glorious. I love her too. She's amazing. And having an all-woman team, I think, also is sending a message, and a lot of people are melting down over that. So yeah, But yes, thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. It's been a long stream, but today's been fun. Yesterday was fun. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night. And I will see you again on Sunday. But before we get out, I forgot to change that. Sorry. Before we leave, I want to say thank you to my members. Thank you, Troy Roberto. Thank you, Crystal Safira. Thank you, Creflo. And again, if you want to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications once this is like completely posted, comment, because that helps me in the algorithm a lot. Yeah. Well, all right. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you all very much. And let's keep the hope alive. And yes, have a good night. And I will see you Sunday. Bye.